Good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. The Titans are back on the practice field today as they continue to prepare for Sunday's game versus the Patriots at Nissan Stadium. Kickoff is at noon. Pregame coverage starts at 9 right here on The Zone. Brian Callahan met with the media earlier today and said that cornerback L'Jarius Sneed will miss his third straight game with a quad injury. He also said that Levis would be questionable and that they would see how he throws tomorrow before making a game-time decision. In NFL news, the Vikings announced that star tight end TJ Hawkinson will make his season debut on Sunday versus the Colts. Also, Saints quarterback Derek Carr was off the injury report and is expected to play this weekend versus the Carolina Panthers. In college football this weekend, Arkansas faces number 9 Ole Miss at 11. Number 3 Penn State hosts number 4 Ohio State at 11. Vanderbilt heads to Auburn to face the Tigers at 11:45. Number 2 Georgia faces Florida at 2:30. And number 7 Tennessee hosts Kentucky at Neyland Stadium at 6:45. You can hear the Ball Network call that game right here on The Zone starting at 4 p.m. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. 104.5 The Zone, Pretorti with you on a beautiful day in the Music City, and it is that, man. Like 78 degrees out there.
No, the weather is playing tricks on me. Not my mind, but the weather is playing tricks on me. Dude, we came out early, and it was cool. It was like 57, 58 degrees when I came up here to meet Savage for a second.
Your mind's not playing tricks on you. You thought you could throw that by me this early in the show?
Yeah.
I wonder, like, what percentage of people, like, get our music references, because we throw them all the time.
Plenty of them.
You think?
Yes. I think they all come. It might take a minute for them to get the tweet out or the direct message, but yes, they grabbing them. They are grabbing them.
So today is Friday. You can watch the show live on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There's the executive producer of 3HL. He is Zeph.
What's up?
We met his fiance yesterday. We approved, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
No, I mean for him.
Oh,
yeah, she's fine.
No,
she's
I was
good.
approving him for her.
That's right.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, we had to put Zeph through the ringer.
When we got home, she was like, "I can't believe you made me go on air like that." And I was like, "Well, you did great." She goes, "Well, I kind of blacked out and was just talking." I was like, "Well,
it worked."
I was like, "It worked. You sounded great."
I mean, we could have had one conversation that we had off the air, on the air.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So when Zeph is at home.
Oh.
Man. Does he just immediately say, "Look, honey, you're right. I'm wrong. Let's roll"? Or does he always have something to fight back with? And she just smiled.
I've been telling people since I met Zeph.
Zeph's got a lot of Kirby in him.
Boy, Zeph is going to come back.
Not going to lose an argument.
No.
At least to him.
No, it's always a twist and turn with him. It's a guarantee. And I love you for it too, Zeph. But
yeah, we love you.
But that is you.
Believe me, I have plenty of things.
You're right, guys.
What?
We need a breaking news sounder on that one.
Oh, man, we need Alyssa on more with us. This is what we going to get. Dang.
I mean, typically it's like, Zeph, you didn't hit that cut on time, and you will, instead of being like, "My bad, y'all," it's like, "Oh, I was doing the phones, or I was doing this," and I'm like, "We know."
Yeah, we ain't tripping.
And listen. All things being equal, Zeph has a very, very difficult job. There is no question. There is so much going on. If you don't have ADHD, you cannot do his job or ours, for that matter.
Listen, y'all, don't ask him that, though, because I remember Zeph tried to talk me into, like, "No, you can come back here and run the board. It's easy."
Yeah,
I want you to.
I
want you to go hit the hotkeys like Dawn did that one time.
No, man.
Speaking of bad, she's not here. She's, what is she doing? SMU and Rice. No. Navy and Rice.
Yeah. Yep, there you go.
H-Town.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do last time we went to H-Town? We got there like 1 in the morning.
No, I didn't get to go.
No, you took the Uber to Whataburger for us. Or was that Vegas?
That was Vegas.
Mickey Ryan took the
That was Mickey.
Mickey took it. He told the Uber driver, "I'll buy your meal if you take
We went to In-N-Out. That's what I told the In-N-Out guy when we got there.
That's right. Because Mickey's the Whataburger guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey loves Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
He does. F&M Bank Chat is open. Trash Talk Friday, y'all.
It's on Kentucky.
Where are Tennessee fans?
Need
Where are Kentucky fans? Let's have a fun Friday, y'all. 615-737-1045. You want in on that game? If you have Titans comments, concerns, Slay Dog has the Roll Tide snout on.
That's right. I got this from Vol Nation. Came through for me. Wagon wheel is over there, and now the why do I always want to call this a tusk? The trunk.
The trunk.
The elephant trunk will be added to the museum.
You need a tusk. That would be
Vols
something.
on tour, baby. Thank you.
One, two,
that's my shirt.
Vols. Oh, tour. I thought you said Vols on two.
No, on tour.
1, 2, Vols. By the way, did y'all see what the Lady Vols did last night?
Yeah, that.
Bloodbath.
Listen, I get opponent, but have you ever seen a Lady Vols team beat anybody by almost 100 points? I guess we have back in the day with Pat Summitt, but I mean, this is a new program with players that don't fit her system necessarily.
Trying to establish culture.
And I'm not saying that the Lady Vols are going to be this or that this year, but holy crap.
Is she the Josh Heupel of women's basketball?
I think you. Well, if you want to relate it to Tennessee, I agree with you.
Who was it? UT Martin? Is that who they played?
Carson Newman.
Carson Newman. Yeah.
Carson Newman. 135-49.
That's a lot of points.
7 players in double figures.
That's a whole lot of points.
But, that's also sharing the basketball.
Yes, absolutely. It is. But I'm going to tell you one thing. That system is made for it. So while, Zeph, I thought that was a good one with Josh Heupel of women's basketball. But I'll take it and keep it right there in the basketball land and go down to Alabama with it. Nate Oates. Getting the ball up and down the court, letting it fly. They playing a high-paced game, picking up 94 feet. Like, that's
what Vandy and Kentucky want to do.
Bingo.
Yeah, that Alabama system.
Great one. That's what they want to roll with. Except Alabama got some different athletes.
Well, they're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, way ahead.
Or they're ahead of where?
Yeah, Vandy
and Kentucky are.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Alabama-Auburn basketball games.
That's going to be good.
Currently, the two top-regarded teams in the SEC currently.
Mm-hmm. No
it all starts next week.
I can't wait. Tuesday, November 4th. Is that Monday?
Monday,
yeah.
Tuesday's November 5th.
Yeah,
so November 5th is Election Day, NFL trade deadline, and college football playoff first poll is out.
It's on.
Like Donkey Kong?
Yeah, buddy.
You wanted that fast buck?
Yeah.
Now I got to light your ass up.
There you go.
615-737-1045. You want in? Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building.
Well, it had no roof yesterday in Murfreesboro.
Ain't going to have none today either. Pretty sure of that.
How about the people in Murfreesboro showing up?
Man, showed up and showed out. Energy was out. Like, that's the difficult part. Sometimes when you go to remotes, to be able to have that energy that you have either like in the 5 o'clock hour when a lot of people get there and the happy hour starts, but when they get there at 2:30 and keep that energy up the entire time, boy, Murfreesboro, y'all came with it. And the people that dressed up in the costumes, love y'all for that, man. That was dope, man. That was dope. And spent the whole – I don't remember nobody just coming in for 45 minutes or nothing like that. They came in for 3 hours, rock and rolled, and, hey, we appreciate you.
Shout out my hometown.
Oh, that's okay. Shout out to the Zeph, sir. The Zephyrs for coming through, man.
What?
The Zephyrs. Zeph and the Zephyrs. All up there in the borough, man. Way to go, borough. Good job. Good job getting that out. Getting the word out, Zeph. We needed that.
There were a bunch of people in costume. There were a bunch of Titans fans. There were a bunch of Tennessee fans.
Yes, it was.
Tennessee fans are having a ball right now.
No, having a day. I love having a year. I'm telling you, it's just trickling on down. Baseball, right on into football.
I was just thinking about this this morning, about futures bets that we made in college football.
Yep.
Tennessee was 8.5.
Yeah, that was crazy, huh?
They're 6-1.
Yeah.
They still have UTEP.
Kentucky and Mississippi State.
Who has one win. That's 7. Then you've got Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, and Georgia.
That's
a winner.
Hey, chicken dinner.
Winner. R. Johnson on YouTube. I know I butchered that. I'm sorry, man. 43 turnovers.
Wow.
In that game last night.
They're going to play. Listen, they're trying to turn. I know Carson Newman is a division lord. They didn't move up to D1, did they? D2, right? So, but they're trying to do that same thing to Division I opponents. Like, they don't. That's one thing about it. The system don't care who they're playing. They're going to play the exact same way. In practice.
She said, I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
In practice.
No, that was it.
And in games.
And in games.
She said after the game, she said, defense is what we need to rely on when the offense is dragging a little bit. And so I'm guessing that's what they were doing.
Yeah, easy points. Steals, layups. Nothing better than a high percentage shot.
615-737-1045. Vandy Man AD 2. What's up, Skeletor and Jerome?
What? You better know it.
Skeletor is pretty good. Yeah, the video you put out in the driveway was pretty amazing.
I see what you did, though.
Yeah, that's what he did. By the way, we'll talk about Vanderbilt and Auburn. Listen.
That's right, Big Wheels. Big Wheels says Slaterdamus.
That's right, Jets. Jets, Jets. I went because you did.
Hey, we gone.
And by the way, the Todd Furman Pain Insider NFL Bet of the Week was Jets.
Mm-hmm. Run it up.
Went hard.
Run it up, baby.
I've never been more involved in a Jets game on a Halloween night.
Man, how about that catch?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who was that, Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson.
I thought they were going to get him on the double toe tap with the same leg.
Yeah.
Because I saw that get turned over the weekend last weekend.
George Pickens.
That's stupid.
It was the George Pickens play. That's right.
That's so dumb.
If you have to get 2 feet, why does it matter if it's the same foot?
Like, people crazy.
So I thought they were going to get him on that, but no.
Honestly, that's more impressive than getting 2 separate feet in. You can toe tap 1 foot twice, trying to catch it.
Also, we talked about C.J. Stroud on the road. That's a thing, man. That's turned into a thing.
So don't you think at some point they had to get a victory? And you know what, that's exactly where I am with the Titans going into this weekend. It's got to turn. In this game. I ain't saying I don't know what's going to happen. I can't read the future for the season.
I thought you were Slaterdamus.
Yeah, that's for the upcoming.
Immediately?
Present weekend.
You don't go beyond that?
I reset on Mondays. Sunday nights.
Check with the slate conscience.
Yeah, get back right. But that dude, this is the Titans. The Titans, it's time for them to do the exact same thing. You're at home. You have to get a win. You fly to L.A. after this, man. It's a long flight.
They're going to get a win.
I know they are.
I really think that this is a great matchup for the Titans, although I did think that about the Indianapolis game too. And I believe that I was right. I just think that Will Levis he should have told people that he wasn't ready. But
that's a conversation.
So we'll see where it is. And there's some conflicting things now. So
right.
Levis said yesterday it was up to him. Today, Brian Callahan said, I'm the coach. It's up to me. Now, I will lean on him a little bit because it's not my shoulder, but that's my decision.
Mm-hmm.
All right, more Titans talk when we come back. If you want in Tennessee, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Auburn, 615-737-1045. Oh, I forgot.
What?
Josh Ward coming up next.
Hey.
We'll talk Tennessee, Kentucky with Josh Ward. Thank you, Zeph, in my ear. From the Sports Animal in Knoxville, and we'll do that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Hey, you know what? You can stochastically go and bet some sports with Zen Sports, the newest sportsbook right here in Tennessee, bringing sports betting to a whole new level. And Slay mentioned it. You sign up for Zen Sports, you are automatically going to earn up to $100 no danger first wager. So your first bet loses, you will be reimbursed for the amount of your bet up to $100. Zen Sports also with this awesome new look. They're offering those NFL player props, daily promotions, including odds boost, no danger wagers, same game parlays, even daily same game parlay super boost, which are 16% over their Tennessee competitors. Can't beat that. They've got a VIP program. Check that out at zensports.com/VIP. You can win comps to sporting events and concerts. And also easy to bet on their app, which is revamped. Just download it on your phone, Zen Sports, or go to zensports.com today. Zen Sports, where betting just got better. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Terms and conditions apply. No danger wager limited to plus 500 odds to qualify. Boosted odds derived from equivalent parlay bets offered in Tennessee. Must be 21 and older and in Tennessee to bet. I want to tell you about outdoor lighting perspectives of Nashville. And maybe you are realizing, I hate to bring it up to everybody, but it's getting darker earlier because fall is here. But now it's finally the time where you can sit outside and enjoy your deck or patio without sweating, right? Don't you need lights for that? Once it gets dark, maybe you want to enjoy dinner on your deck, but you can't see your food. Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville can help you out. They've been around for over 38 years, been making homes stunning with landscape lighting. Nashville's oldest landscape lighting company. They are the leader in LED technology. They can help you light up your night with festival lights, path lights, wall washing, tree lighting, area lighting. They do the design, the installation, and the maintenance on your lighting as well. Permanent roofline lighting by Gemstone Lighting. They do commercial lighting, holiday lighting. It's safe to say Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville does it all, and they do it all well. And I can attest to it because we get to eat on our deck now because we can actually see our food with our new outdoor lighting from Bob Lyons and his team. Reach out to them. Let them make your home stunning and enhance your landscape with Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville. Go to outdoorlights.com/Nashville.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay. Tennessee, Kentucky.
Sucky.
Coming up.
That's right.
In Neyland Stadium.
Rivalry week, baby. It's upon us.
Dark mode.
Activated.
You know, when they made that a night game, we all were like, oh, man, that's not good for Kentucky because it's going to be hype up there.
No.
I mean, you combine night game coming off the off week where they had a loss off the last off week, and then you have people accusing you of pumping in crowd noise, and you knew that Kentucky had to be like, are you kidding me?
Like
a
everybody
night game in
leave it
Neyland
alone.
Stadium. And then Mark Stoops, what does he do? He talks about it. Why we keep getting night games on the road?
Know what that means, y'all? It's on their mind.
Josh Ward joins us from Josh and Swain, her weekdays on the Sports Animal in Knoxville. Josh, what's up? How are you?
Ward?
I'm good, guys. Yeah, I said this week, if I'm Mark Stoops, I wouldn't be happy in general with how things are going. I wouldn't be happy with Alabama for what they've provided Kentucky to walk into this weekend.
Shame. It's a shame, Josh. Why would they do that? But I tell you what, us as Vol fans, listen, we always sit on the sideline and we just wait. It's always a guy that's sitting at the bus station or the bus stop that's never getting on the bus. That's us. That's the Vol fans.
There is that guy.
I'm telling you, that's
right.
us.
That's a true story.
We're just waiting on people to go by and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to get on this bus on this time.
I used to ride the bus when I was a kid. I would get on the bus and I was like, what's this guy doing over here?
I'm telling you. We're just hanging out. And that's what we're doing, looking for stuff to fuel us. And we got some, 102,000. They'll be ready.
You think they'll be ready, Josh?
Oh, they're going to be ready. It's going to be a wild environment. I've noticed that about you as well, specifically, Ron. So, we talked about you. You and Ramon, you guys are troublemakers. Have you?
Uh-oh. Ramon's in the chat, by the way. What up, Ramon? Welcome in on YouTube.
Yeah, and you guys don't mind it? You're the petty kings, the petty captains.
Yes.
Tennessee fans love it. You're looking for trouble or sparking some up if need be for everybody else to then jump in and help build it up. I've seen what's going on.
That's subtle things like that.
The funny thing is, if people are new to the show and think Slay's not like this, if Tennessee was 3-7, he's like this when they're
yeah. It's just a matter of time. I told you, man, wait till we get good. Gonna be trouble.
You said the world would collapse, basically. You said, go ahead and let Tennessee win a national championship.
No, the world is over as we know it. Like this little planet we walking around on. Well, I hope somebody doing some research somewhere.
Like we need a skate pod?
Yeah, we better. I'm cool with being right here. I'm going up with the world. I'm out of here.
Josh, what would happen in Knoxville if Tennessee somehow won a national championship? Would they burn the entire, the world famous Sun Sphere would just go down in flames?
Yeah, something like that. The wigs would go flying up in the air if that were to happen to the Sun Sphere.
Nice Simpsons reference there. I love it.
Yeah. So look at the baseball national championship and the way Tennessee fans flooded to Gay Street with very short notice. It was a quick turnaround, win the title, throw a parade, and everybody was down there. And then multiply that by a giant number, and that's what happens with Tennessee football. So, yes, if Tennessee wins the national title, I think the safety and the structure of the entire city, East Tennessee and beyond, is in jeopardy for sure. So that's the case. And then
Toy Story.
The fear that every other non-Tennessee fan has is very real of how it will go from here on out if Tennessee is able to win the national title.
Josh Ward with us on 3HL. So Tennessee coming off its second bye week of the season. The game after Tennessee's first bye week ended with a loss, the only loss, 19-14 at Arkansas. Did Tennessee handle this second bye week better, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think what happened leading into the Arkansas game was on the minds of everyone. I think also getting ready for a home game, this environment that we're talking about, will help in making sure that guys are ready, guys will be fired up. And I think they're just in a better position when you look at the two teams, where Tennessee is as a team with the opportunity entering the month of November and what's going on with Kentucky. Let's see, though, because it is 3 straight games for Tennessee not scoring a point in the first half. The month of October went very poorly for Kentucky. They went 0-3 in the first half. Tennessee didn't score a point in the first half of the month of October.
Wow.
So they know that's the case. Tennessee, they know that they need to get things started. They know they need to avoid mistakes, because if they don't fumble early in the game against Florida, they probably score on that first drive. Same with the first drive against Alabama, but they did. So I think it's about coming out, making sure they avoid mistakes, avoid getting in their own way, because if Tennessee has a good first half this time, Tennessee will have a very good chance. I think Tennessee will blow out Kentucky.
Yeah, and blow the doors off.
I've already said 34-0 is my score. I'll go ahead and at 3:26. We got plenty of time in this segment, but I'm going to go ahead and don't you dare pick Kentucky. I'm going to hang up on you quicker than I did last time. Josh Ward. Josh Ward from the Sports Animal in Knoxville.
Ward, man, all right, so talk to us about the health coming out of this week. Like, who's gotten the healthiest? Is it some of the guys defensively? I know Alabama game when we saw McCoy go down. Not sure, like, how he came along during this bye week, or looking at the receiver bunch. What do those guys look like as far as injuries goes?
Yeah, that would be an example of the bye week coming at a good time. McCoy played a great game against Alabama, but did get knocked around in that game, had the lineman flying into his back at the end of a play. Dante Thornton, he's been still making plays, but he's not been playing at 100%. Squirrel White has not been 100% for more than a month. I think the expectation is that he's back out there, and we'll see if he can go the whole game. John Campbell's a guy they've just had to manage, and I think we'll have to all the way through. So Dane Davis is a player that steps into the right tackle spot if Campbell can't go at right tackle. But if you look at the availability report, it's short for Tennessee. It's long for Kentucky. A lot of guys are out. One notable name that's out the Tennessee fans picked up on in the middle of the week. But for Tennessee, they're in as good of a position I think you could be health-wise entering the month of November. The second bye week came at a good time. Dylan Sampson's another guy. He has had to carry Tennessee's offense a lot of the way through this season to this point, and he's continued to run hard, but he's not been running at 100%. I don't know that he's that entering this game, but having 2 weeks to get ready for this 5-game stretch coming up in November was really good timing for Dylan Sampson too.
The player you're mentioning, Josh, for those that don't know, offensive lineman Gerald Mincey, who went from Tennessee to Kentucky, and in the offseason said Kentucky's got to do more to earn it. I'm glad. I love the underdog role. So when we go up there on November 2nd to Neyland and we bust them in the mouth, we can put the standard back over here. And he's not going to play. So he leaves his teammates out there to deal with that.
He
called himself. He called himself a troll, and he was trolling, but he won't be rolling into Neyland Stadium to back it up. So his teammates get that opportunity.
If you're trolling, you got to be rolling, right?
You better be.
I think that's how the saying goes.
Yeah,
at least just stolen.
Or at least strolling.
Yeah.
You got to be doing something. Hey, now.
Or you're going to be swollen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's going to happen.
Well, Tennessee's going to be doling out some punishment, I think.
There we go.
Gerald Mincey said earlier this year.
Ward, now tell me about, you probably done a deeper dive into Vanderjack than, am I saying his name right? I call him Vanderjack. Vandergriff, I'm sorry.
That's a kicker from the Colts back in the day.
That's the liquored up kicker from the Colts years ago. Yeah.
Vandergriff, man.
Josh is on it today.
He is. What Vandergriff will we see? Will we, like, you think this the Georgia, even though he wasn't just super great in that game, when they played Georgia, or like when they go down to Ole Miss and he's trying to deal, like, who do we get?
Yeah, I don't know. What do we get at that position? How many quarterbacks do we see? Because there was the change this past weekend, and they had a quarterback come in, and Gavin Wimsatt, and he was a player that he has starting experience at Rutgers. He has mobility. Let's see if that's part of the game plan to try to change things up. I'm sure on both sides of the ball, Kentucky is thinking we have to throw something at Tennessee that will catch them off guard. That's what opposing defenses have tried to do against Tennessee. Now, Tennessee's offense has had time to prepare for what they've seen other teams try to do. And in the last few years, Kentucky's defense has not been able to do much against Tennessee's offense at all. So at quarterback for Kentucky, that offense has been brutal to watch all season long. And Vandergriff was a 5-star quarterback coming out of high school, developed at Georgia, but their problems have just continued from over the years at Kentucky. So my guess is that we see multiple guys at quarterback for Kentucky this weekend, and maybe there's a drive where they're able to hit a few plays and they're able to move down the field and score. Can they do that for 4 quarters? I'd be stunned. They haven't put anything together offensively. The defense allowed them opportunities earlier in the year, but they don't have all those guys now. They have key guys out at linebacker and in the defensive backfield. So that was brought up to us today and over the last few days when we talked about on our show in Knoxville, Tennessee's chance to win big. In this one, we were given the reminder, remember what they did at Ole Miss? Remember what they did against Georgia? It was a 1-point defeat. That is very true. But I don't think this is the same Kentucky team.
No.
And I think it's an offense that's as bad or potentially worse as what we saw earlier in the year.
I mean, they lost 48-20 at Florida. They lost 24-10 after leading 10-0 to Auburn. Offensively against Auburn, Vandegrift, 9 of 17, 120 yards, no touchdowns and interception. Kentucky ran the ball for 70 yards on 27 carries. That ain't going to cut it against that Tennessee defense. Vandegrift in the last 2 games, y'all, 21 of 43. That's 48.8%, 142.5 yards per game, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. I think Tennessee's defense is licking their chops right now, and they're ready to go after that guy. They've got some injuries on the offensive line, which was not good anyway, and this is not a good matchup for Kentucky.
Yeah, just run the math. Kentucky has not been able to score more than 20 points in an SEC game. They're averaging over the course of the season 19 points a game. and nobody has hit the 20-point mark against Tennessee's defense this season. It doesn't work out when I try to compute some numbers to give Kentucky a shot. So what we've talked about with Tennessee's offense, they need to go prove what they can do in the first half. They need to play better. I think everybody recognizes that. Josh Heupel, Nico, everybody recognizes that. I think that they will. And if their first half is what they're capable of being offensively, and Kentucky's in a position where they're trying to catch up against Tennessee's defense, well, guys, Tennessee's defense might get on the scoreboard as well for Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. I love to see that. And what would make Coach Eckler even more hype? Let special teams go get on the board. I think, listen, this is the time now, Ward. This is where I am with my fandom. And this ain't got nothing to do with analyzing anything. I just think at some point you made it to this point in the season. You back 2 byes. Now you're missing a hair on some throws. You're missing as far as special teams, especially punts, being able to break. If you did some great returns as far as flipping the field, but you've been this close to breaking it, man. I'm telling you, Josh, it all comes together right here, and then it's trying to get the big wheels rolling.
Jermon McCoy said this week when he met with the media that he's enjoying returning punts. He stepped into that position with Squirrel dealing with the injury he has. Jermon said he's trying to score this week. And, of course, if you get the football and you're trying to return, you want to score. But he threw it out there. He didn't have to say it at the press conference.
Yeah.
He did. So if he gets that window, he's probably thinking, I had an alley somewhere on the return against Alabama, and he got tackled there, midfield, crossing the 50. He probably thought I had a shot. So he'll get the football in his hands. Tennessee's defense, if they stop Kentucky deep in their own territory and Jermon gets the ball at midfield, he's going to try to get to the end zone. He's going to have a shot this weekend.
I hear you, Slade. Proud Mary, keep on rolling.
Tell him, you better know it. Like, he was that close. He was that close on the interception. He was that close on the punt. Like, he's one of those it guys.
He just didn't hit it hard on the punt return. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Well, we're going to see.
It's coming.
We're going to see.
It's coming. Josh Ward with us from Knoxville, the sports animal, Josh and Swain. So Kentucky has lost 3 games in a row. They've dropped 10 out of their last 12 SEC games. You mentioned the run. No, go ahead.
No,
you got something to add to that?
Nope. I kind of do, but no.
Go ahead.
No, I want to know.
Switching it.
No, I want to know what Josh thinks about. I was going defense.
Okay.
I wanted to know what he thought about Aaron Carter and those guys, man. With Peely being out, how have you thought those guys have kind of transitioned through these last couple of games?
Yeah, I think guys have stepped up like Carter, the way that he's played. The Alabama game 2 weeks ago, I think the communication was pretty good. They had to call a timeout late where I think they needed to change some things, but Will Brooks playing the way that he has, Jeremiah Tielander's experience last year and playing a good amount this year has shown in his comfort stepping into that position with Keenan Peely out. And then the defensive line is just so dominant. They're able to be so disruptive. That helps. Keenan Peely told us at the start of the season that defensive line is his best friend because it would just allow him to play free. And I think that's the case for Carter. And again, Carter and Tielander, they played a good amount as freshmen. There were times last year where the coaches trusted them to be on the field when they were backed up in the red zone. They were put into that position last year as freshmen. Now the defense is better. Their understanding is better. Carter also told us at the start of the season that when he went into this year, he recognized how much he didn't know last year. Peely's able to also be a part of meetings and game plan, and he's on the sideline with those guys. So I thought it was a good first game, and really they played almost 2 games without Peely when you include most of the Florida game because he suffered that injury in the first quarter. They were good at that spot. Caleb Perry's played a good amount. And again, when you have a defensive line as good as Tennessee's is, it might be the best in the country. It's one of them for sure. That allows the linebackers opportunities to make plays. They'll probably make some. I would expect Carter to make some plays in the backfield on Saturday.
Josh Ward with us from the Sports Animal in Knoxville. Josh, you have a question from Gail in Nashville. Gail, go ahead. What's up?
Hey, how are y'all?
We're good.
Great, Gail.
Hey, Gail.
Okay, great. Has Josh Heupel had an effect on Kim Caldwell? Did you all watch the ball game with the Lady Vols last night?
Yeah, what do you think about that? 135-49, Josh. Thank you, Gail. Appreciate you.
Yeah, and they're putting up a lot of shots, Ron. So we're going to see a lot of offense, I think. And I don't know how the season's going to go. We'll find out here soon. But that's quite a start in the exhibition against Carson Newman, putting up 135. And to me, putting up as many shots, that means they're going to try to score. They're going to try to run. And I think they'll be a tournament team. I think they'll have a chance to make a run into the tournament. And then as they recruit and build up the roster, make a run at being at the top of the SEC. But her question also about the Josh Heupel influence, the Danny White influence is probably part of that. He said, we're going to go score points. So they're going to try to entertain while they try to win games too.
I think that's what you get, Josh, when you look at this, when you look at the new age of basketball, especially with the portal, new coaches coming in, you got to be able to get out there and shoot the ball. That's one thing they can't take from you. You get shots up, you get exciting style, then you start to get your recruits in who you want and kind of fill the void with that. And you damn right.
Really,
yeah,
Josh? There you are.
People are fired up. They want every team to win, and they want the Lady Vols to win. So, we'll see how this season goes. They've got to climb back up to get to the top of the SEC, but it's not like they were that far off.
Right.
When Kelly Harper was let go, she had them winning, she had them competing, but not where they wanted the program to be. And Kim Caldwell's job now is to get them that next couple of steps.
Yep, we still have to deal with that baby situation too.
Baby.
That'll take place in the middle of the season. So that'll be a wild card for how the season goes, but I promise they're planning for that too.
I would think. All right, so Josh, what is a game day like for you? Do you have working responsibilities, or do you just get to go, tailgate like Slay does and just raise all kinds of hell?
Yeah, I do a show with Jason Swain and then Daniel Hood as well, former Tennessee defensive lineman, in the middle of the day on campus. And Swain has me kind of manage the line for all the autograph requests that come in where we do the show. We're in University Commons near campus, so I kind of help that. A lot of number one jerseys lining up to get signed by Jason Swain.
Zeph said he used to produce that show. Is that true?
That is right. Yeah. Yeah, we tried to help train him up, and then you guys stole him away from us.
That's what we do, Josh. That's what we do.
That was you gave him you tampered, I think is what happened. You hopped into his DMs and gave him an NIL offer, and he was out the door, hit the transfer portal, and went to Nashville.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Part of that might be true, honestly. All right, Josh. So I'm already in 34-0 Tennessee against Kentucky. Where are you?
Okay, I like that. There's a real chance for a shutout. Remember earlier in the season we were talking about the streak of not allowing a touchdown, but you know how negative I can be, the negative media here in Knoxville. So 38-10 is my score prediction. I have Tennessee by a big number, and I think the offense will have a good first and second half. So I have Tennessee winning 38-10.
Wow, Josh.
Dang, was
that your score?
I was going 38-7, but I'm changing it now.
To what?
I'm going up. I'm in the 40s now.
Oh, just because of the 38-10?
That mean I was in the right area. I'm just going up
how Slay's brain works. Josh just escalated.
No, I like it. If it's not good enough, keep going until you get there.
That's right.
That's all
right, Ward, tell Swain hello, man. We love y'all. We'll see you. Have a great weekend.
Same to you guys. Thanks as always.
All right, there he is, Josh Ward, at Josh_Ward.
That's crazy.
He was right there on it.
I mean, right there. I thought they were going to get a late touchdown, like somebody was going to punt. Barryon was going to be in the game. And
why is he not returning punts? He's only returned one punt this season.
Yeah, they
switched it.
Smart people better not be kicking it to him.
No, they switched it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why.
Maybe getting more of a I don't know.
Sometimes people outthink themselves.
Yeah, he's a player. I need him on the field at all times.
Titans injury report is out.
Is it?
We've got that for you next.
Uh-oh.
Stay tuned. If you want in, Trash Talk Friday, Kentucky, Tennessee coming up. Where are you at, Kentucky fan? Where are you at, Tennessee fan? 615-737-1045.
Delicious has been trending at Shoney's for over 75 years, and I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say no. Still trending. How about that? Still trending at Shoney's for over 75 years. Make sure to head in for a delicious meal today at one of the Shoney's in Middle Tennessee. And you can see 3HL there as well. You saw us in Clarksville. That's one of the locations. Also in Lebanon. Ooh, that's another one. Nashville, right there on Donaldson Pike. And lo and behold, we will be in Dixon on Monday, baby. Woo-hoo! Yeah, buddy. Shoney's in Dixon. Meet us there for our ticket giveaway as well. I promise you want to be there for Mississippi State. So slide on through, put your name in the box, and get down with the get down, and that's the eating. That's what I'm talking about. The Shoney's All-American Burger, one of the very best burgers in town, and that's, in my opinion, it'll be yours too. The world-famous hot fudge cake, I usually get 2 or 3 of them. And all the theme meals that they got Monday through Sunday. That Monday will be backyard barbecue. I ain't had that one yet. I can't wait to. So it's Shoney's. Let's eat.
Now I want to tell you about Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. The weather's turning. You need to know what to do with that lawn to keep it the best in the neighborhood. My guys at DickensSupply.com have you covered. Trey Hartsook here with more. Hey, Trey.
Grant, what's going on, man? Yeah, that kind of got me. I was about to knock out a fellow window spot real quick, but hey, let's bounce to the real stuff. At Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply, now is the time you can come on in and get that lawn whipped into shape. Everybody's wanting to ask questions. Hey, how do I get my lawn the best that it can possibly look? Well, here at Dickens Supply, we give you a 1 through 12 month schedule that, hey, you come in this month, do this, and we can promise you, if you follow that schedule, you will have a great lawn. Fall is a time, a transition period where you can overseed, aerate, and really get that lawn whipped into shape. Stop in and see us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Also, a lot of great deals on equipment right now. A lot of people think, well, I'm just going to put my mower up. I'll deal with it in the spring. Why do that? If you're in the market for a machine, now is the time you can get a great deal. Toro's offering a lot of special financing options. Stop in and see us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Conveniently located all over Middle Tennessee. Got locations in Nashville, Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, Bellevue, Brentwood, Lamar, Mount Juliet, and Franklin. If you can't get a hold of us, check us out online, DickensSupply.com.
I love living in Middle Tennessee. We've got great restaurants, entertainment, sports, and one of the nation's top Ford dealers right here in our backyard. Two Rivers Ford. Remember that name. Two Rivers has been a staple in our community since 1983. They're locally owned. They have a non-commissioned sales team, and they sell below MSRP. They've been doing business with integrity for decades. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
3HL 104.5, The Zone. Britt Doherty, Ron Slade. Don Davenport is in Houston, Texas. She's in H-Town in advance of Navy at Rice. She gets Army next week, so she gets Army and Navy. And then we go to the Army-Navy game at the end of the season. There's a good chance Army could be 11-1 in that game. Or 10-1 going into that game.
He would like to talk, but he's chewing.
Wizzy, baby! What are you doing, C-Wiz?
Sitting here looking at Ron Slay.
From 92Q. And
Yes.
if you need a DJ, this is your guy.
Yeah, I'm right here. Ever.
And he's with Slay Dog at the VIP
Yes.
tailgate Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Is that not too early? Do y'all ever get there and you're like, man, it's too early to party?
No.
Nah, we ready now.
Yeah. No.
That one thing we ain't gonna do is not be ready. We ready to roll.
No, they got donuts.
Yeah, they do.
That's all you need. Get going.
Donuts and water.
You got to understand, Wizzy usually coming off running 8 miles at that time, so he right into it, and I'm coming off a tailgate in Knoxville, so those worlds meet and we make magic, man.
I'm a jogger.
C-Wiz is Nashville's DJ, that's for sure. At Wizzy, baby, go ahead and give him a follow. And, man, you look busy on that. Wizzy is busy on that Instagram feed. I just asked you, how many days a month do you work? And you gave some answer that Slay did not agree with.
Okay, so there's an argument between me and Slay.
No.
I'm telling Slay that I legitimately plug up 2, maybe 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know,
A week?
A week.
Okay.
Okay, a week. But, I'm not doing Monday through Sunday. Those days are long gone, brother.
Yeah. Hey, call us in there. We got a lot of Nashville representatives out there. So if you ever feel the urge, 615-737-1045 to call in and dispute Wiz, this is your time. I'm telling you. Because we know how hard C-Wiz worked, dog. He been like, he's been doing this. That's what I'm telling you. There ain't nothing new.
You follow him on Instagram. It's like C-Wiz's life is a party.
Dog.
We try. We try.
Let's follow him over there, right over there on Charlotte.
Yeah.
Before, I was just like, this, he's been doing this. That's what I'm saying, yo.
New Life Records.
Yeah. New
What are you
Life
doing
Records,
tonight?
baby.
You doing anything tonight?
Yeah. We got Vibes Happy Hour.
See?
And then tomorrow, the TSU plays home game. You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? Go Big Blue. And then
Eddie George
Sunday,
got it rolling. What are they, 6-2?
6-2.
Yeah.
Right, well, rolling.
And then just like Al Roker Sunday,
Sunday fun day.
we got the Bridge Building, the VIP
right.
experience.
It is an experience,
It
too.
is an experience.
So people can just show up.
Yeah, no, they got to buy a ticket.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They can show up. They gotta buy a ticket.
Definitely come. Like, we'll
You said
holler at
something
you
about a
from up
QR
top.
code or something.
Yeah, you can scan the QR code now at the door. Last year they didn't have that. So
Okay.
you can scan the QR code now. So yeah,
I'm
you
not
can't
that
show
far
up.
off.
You can't show up. Or you can go to our social medias, right?
Yeah, our social media, Bullseye.
Bullseye Event Group.
Yeah, event group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Hey, man, we make it happen.
We're terrible commercial creators.
I love the videos, and I don't think it'll be this way with the Patriots necessarily, but I love the videos of Slay leading the dancing, the line dancing with all the road fans.
Yeah.
That's all up to Wiz and his timing, like when he ready to start the family reunion vibes.
Yes.
So.
We have a Shabuzi argument going
Yes,
on.
we do. He never likes to play it.
Yeah, he says I don't like to play tipsy.
Yeah.
Why not?
Shabuzi. I don't know.
It's too country for you?
He forgets it.
It's not that it's too country. It's just I just forget
Yo, he
it.
forgets it. I'm telling
Slay
you.
loves that song.
Obviously. He takes the mic away. He said, "You know you ain't played Shabuzi yet. You told me you was gonna play Shabuzi."
Mind you,
Wait, your co-host has one request.
that's it.
Yeah. You're gonna play the Shabuzi one more time.
You're there for 3 hours. You won't play it.
All I'm telling you, I'm sobered up from Saturday.
Yeah.
Coming into Sunday. And then by the time we get to 11:30ish, I'm back in game mode.
Yeah.
And I need a little Shabuzi.
Now I will say
Wait, so your argument is, I'm sorry, counselor. Your argument is that you are sober for 2.5 hours at this VIP party?
No, I'm getting back to the game level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You're
back to
ratcheting up?
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay.
I'm warming up now.
I'm trying to figure out this.
I'm warming up at 8:58.
Yeah. Now I drink an abundance of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, hydration is key.
Yeah.
He levels us out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He does, I don't.
Yeah. I'm there.
So this one could be a big pro Titans one.
Yeah, I think it will be. That's what I was just telling Wiz. Like, I think it's gonna be a lot of Titans fans. Hey, listen, I keep on
Even
saying
if there's not, it's
the
fun. It's a fun time.
it's the party
Yeah.
itself. Like you can decide what you're gonna do because we go up to kickoff. So once kickoff about to happen, it's up to you. If you're going to the game, you're going across the street, whatever you're doing.
Yeah. But
You
here's
had
the
a
thing.
great time.
Come hang out with family.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's $100.
Yeah, what is $100?
You feel me? To all you can eat and all you can drink. So, you were going to spend that at a bar on 2 drinks.
On 2
and an
drinks.
appetizer.
And an appetizer.
That is a
It's your
bargain for me.
stomach. It's your tolerance. Whatever you can handle, we
Listen,
can
we
give
got
you.
it. And there's multiple floors. You can do whatever you want.
Yes.
You want to play
Sure
video
will.
games? You can play video games.
You can play video games. You can exercise. You can run up and down steps.
Because there's plenty of them.
Yeah, plenty of them.
stuff.
4th floor. Jeez.
It's silent auction going down.
So where are you with the microphone? And where are you with the 1s and 2s?
Our foundation is at the top floor on the roof.
Foundation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
our foundation. Now, where we roam, it could be a little bit everywhere.
I'm usually standard. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TD. That's my cousin. He's riding around. He's doing Uber. And he just texted me, so I know he's listening. He's a big fan.
Yeah.
My cousin TD.
Big Savagery, Ramon Foster on YouTube. Look at C-Wiz in the studio. He ain't foreign
man.
to the mic.
No.
And we had a do we still have the 360?
No. No. I could lie. Yes, we have 4 of them. Each floor, 360.
My
is
bad.
slang for
That was a
forget
good
about
time when we had it up there.
Yeah, they got a video to show
See,
it.
if you'd have said yes, he'd have forgot anyway. By
And the
Sunday,
people
so.
loved it. We got to talk about them.
People hold Ron Slay accountable. They be like, man, I heard you on the radio, man. Where's the damn 360? Where is it?
So will.
Can't say they stuck in traffic.
Listen, if you're looking for a good time, 9 to noon before the Titans
Promise
game, you
you,
go
yes.
over there. The VIP tailgate at the Bridge Building with these guys, C-Wiz and Slay Dog. All right, C-Wiz, good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Man, always great to see you guys. Tighten up. Go Vols.
Yes, Wiz.
What
Big
up,
Blue.
Dodgers? I mean, yeah. One time for Mookie Betts and Scorpio season, and car ain't got no roof.
Yeah.
Worked it all in there. At Wizzy Baby on Instagram. When we come back, we've got that injury report for you. Titans and Patriots. Titans a 3.5-point favorite. If you want in, 615-737-1045.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what is not ill-advised. Call Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, especially if you need new windows and doors, because they will take care of you. And they'll do it with a discount, and they'll do it well. You may be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Even more affordable with the deal they have going on, which is 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 full months. Just call them and schedule your free consultation, 615-249-1910. That's 249-1910. Tell them Dawn sent you. Or you can always just stop by their showroom. They are there during the week. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville in Franklin, 277 Mallory Station Road. And I will tell you, I love their showroom because you can pull all the different windows out. You can look at different door options. Oh, they will take care of you. Schedule your free consultation online, too. Check out that special offer I told you about, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville at PellaNashville.com.
Good afternoon. It is 4:01. I'm Joe Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. The Titans are back on the practice field today as they continue to prepare for Sunday's game versus the Patriots at Nissan Stadium. Kickoff is at noon. Pre-game coverage starts at 9 right here on The Zone. The Friday injury report is out, and there are 3 Titans who are not going to be playing on Sunday. Offensive lineman Andrew Rupsich, cornerback L'Jarius Sneed, and running back Tyjae Spears all ruled out for the game. Tyler Boyd, Amani Hooker, Tony Pollard, Dylan Radence, Will Levis, Tavondre Sweat, and Trey Avery are all questionable. As for the New England Patriots, everybody is possibly available for the game, including quarterback Drake May, who is questionable with that concussion injury. In the news in the NFL today, the Vikings announced that star tight end T.J. Hawkinson will make his season debut on Sunday versus the Colts. Saints quarterback Derek Carr was off the injury report and is expected to start. College football this weekend, Arkansas faces number 19 Ole Miss at 11. Number 3 Penn State hosts number 4 Ohio State at 11. I believe you can hear that one right here on The Zone. Vanderbilt heads to Auburn to face the Tigers at 11:45. Number 2 Georgia faces Florida at 2:30. Number 7 Tennessee hosts Kentucky at Neyland Stadium at 6:45. You can hear the Bowl Network call of that game right here on The Zone starting at 4 p.m. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Guess what day it is?
What day is it,
It is Friday, Slay Dog.
Get Friday!
It's also Trash Talk Friday.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Kentucky coming up this weekend. Battle of... Can we get the bourbon barrel back?
What?
Can we get the barrel back?
You know what? I would love for us to. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's all good. You got everybody has their thing. They got the boots. They got plenty of things. The bell down there. Is that what Texas and Oklahoma? The bell? I can't remember.
Somebody's got a bell.
Yeah,
Somebody's got a boot. The boot
bring
is
it
like
on back.
Arkansas and LSU or something. I don't know.
Bring it on back for me, man.
Yeah, everybody's got weird things. But
I want it. I want it.
The beer barrel needs to, not a bourbon barrel. What am I doing? Beer barrel. It's been gone so long, I forget. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Big Slay Dog is in the building.
I'm in the building. Let's go, baby. Got no roof.
People have been making comments around the building.
On not having a roof?
You ain't got no orange on, big man.
Hey, I don't know why they don't. That's cool. I told everybody, the one thing that you're not going to mistake is who I'm pulling for. So, it's in you.
I got a new Tennessee shirt in the offseason, and I wore it every game until Arkansas. In Arkansas, I was just sitting around. I forgot to put it on until halftime, and then they went up, and they ended up losing because I didn't have the shirt on the whole time.
You got to do your part, man.
Right, so I've had it on every game since.
See.
Undefeated.
You're going to make me go put some orange on.
Zeph even wears the same thing every Friday on game weeks.
Do you, Zeph?
He wears the same thing on game days, and he wears the same thing on Fridays as well. He's on the phone.
I love it. I know I've seen the baseball shirt. I got to start peeping. He got the black little pullover thing today, I think.
I've got my polo that I wear every Friday because orange is where you wear Fridays. It's underneath.
Okay.
And then I've got, because it's dark mode, I decided to wear my gray pullover because we're going to a funeral this weekend.
Ooh.
Wow. Hey. Okay, Zeph.
You serious though, right?
Oh, damn right.
Okay.
We're going to Kentucky's funeral.
Yeah, Sucky. That's right.
Kentucky's funeral. Mm-hmm. You're right. My bad.
Okay. For a split second, I was like, the show really turned there.
I was not too.
I'm like, sorry, Zeph. What happened?
Well,
Kentucky's going to die.
He brought us back.
Damn, Slay.
Hey, yeah. Zeph beat me to
Zeph's trying to work himself into a YouTube clip.
He got it. He got it.
Zeph, Kentucky is going to die.
Run with that.
You think that's true?
That's a Texas and Oklahoma big old gold hat.
Somebody's got the thing though that you were talking about.
Yeah, there's a bell somewhere.
Is it like Penn State and Purdue or something? Like it's a weird matchup that has the bell.
Yeah. I don't know.
All these trophies out there.
Yeah. Who knows?
615-737-1045. Brent is in Dixon, and it is a Kentucky fan. Brent, what up? How are you?
What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing?
Hey, we're good, man.
Brother.
Thanks for calling in, brother.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm a Kentucky fan, but married to a Tennessee fan. So as you can imagine, this weekend's going to be a little hectic. But I agree with what y'all are saying about Tennessee being in the high 30s, low 40s. But I think you got to give Brock a little credit on his arm. He usually hits a couple deep balls. So I think Kentucky might be closer to that 14, 17, 20 mark.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all. Love listening to the show. I'll hang up and call back.
Here's a stat for you on the deep ball, though. Tennessee is number one in America in fewest plays allowed 30 yards or more. They've only allowed 3. But I hear you. I hear you, Brent. And are y'all going to watch the game together?
Oh yeah, I'll probably go over to her parents' house. So I'll have the blue on, but it'll be civil. So
that'll be an entire house of Tennessee fans.
Oh yeah. It's one against like 3 or 4. So
how do y'all consume basketball? You do the same kind of thing?
Oh yeah, we they root for me when Tennessee's not playing, and I'll root for them when Kentucky's not playing.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
But I got a question for y'all though about Tennessee's offense. Watching a few games, it seems like the offense is out of sync. Obviously, Tennessee's probably going to make a playoff run. How do you feel about that offense going in deep into the playoffs?
No, you're right about that. They've got to get that going. And so the thought is that maybe the light came on with Nico in the second half of the Alabama game, but we'll have to wait and see. And this will be a good test because, we could talk about the last 2 games with Kentucky, but prior to that, they did have one of the best defenses in America. They had the performance against Georgia. They beat Ole Miss on the road. We're having fun with it, but this is a legit rivalry matchup, and we're going to have fun.
Absolutely. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking my call.
Thank you, Brent. Appreciate it.
You know what? To that too, though.
Hard to say good luck, but I swallowed that.
Right. Yeah. I would think that it would be different to me when you talk about going on a deep run if schematically the things wasn't lining up. You know what I'm saying? When you go back and watch the film and watch the games, it's, I want to say similar to the Titans, but it's not because of the detail and being off at tackle and things of that nature kind of throw a monkey wrench in it. But you're one hit away. People are open. Outside of the Arkansas game, to me, that was one of the games that the offensive line got punked, and we haven't seen that since. So as far as what they're doing on the front line, controlling the line of scrimmage, I think that has gotten better. We know what it is with defense. The receivers being able to help Nico also, I think that's a part of it. If you got a 10-yard dig, you need to run 10 yards dig. Don't run 8. Don't run 12. You know what I'm saying? So all of that has to come together. So I think this is real close to connecting. I would be shocked if it was a deep run and they were still missing like this.
Speaking of connecting, Dalton Connect, dude.
Ben Dalton Connect. I mean,
Charles Barkley said it before the first game. I don't know what these GMs are doing. This guy's the truth.
Yeah, sometimes you just know.
The other day, 18 points.
22 minutes.
By the way, in basketball, Tennessee leads Kentucky 11-10 the last 21 matchups.
Rick Barnes effect.
How about that?
It's going to be interesting how it plays out now with Pope right there, man. That's a new dynamic to it.
Different style, too. 5 out you were talking about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot
5
the rock.
Out. Everybody.
Shoot the rock. Everybody can shoot it. Everybody at Vanderbilt's listed a point guard. Same system.
I'm telling you.
Bama runs the same system, but they've got players.
Yeah. Vandy may go to the hole a little bit more. About Kentucky, they better not go to the hole. They shooting threes. That was amazing to watch. I was like, wow.
Like 30 a game?
Yeah, they're not even thinking about going. Whether they cold or hot, it don't matter. We letting this thing go. We're going to heat up in a minute.
Well,
they believe in it.
You know, as a player, if I'm in the game, I'm shooting. You don't want me to shoot. If I'm 0 for 6, I'm still shooting because I'm in the game. If you don't want me to shoot it, take me out.
And where Pope ain't taking you out.
Like, who's the guy that shot the game winner where you were supposed to have it?
My guy, John Winchester.
Mm-hmm. You don't want me to shoot it? Put me on the bench.
I wish I
or swing it. Swing it.
Probably that was the smartest thing to do.
Tennessee 36-3 in the last 39 against Kentucky in football. Although one of those was vacated. So should I give that to Kentucky or?
Yeah, deservingly so.
How do you deal with vacated stuff? To me, I'm like, you can vacate whatever you want. I saw it happen on the field, so I don't care.
Yeah,
And I would go that way against Tennessee too.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up that actually because what was someone got vacated earlier this year, and we thought Mike Leach was going to get the win.
Oh, that's right, Mississippi State and shoot.
Did he end up getting that victory or no?
No, so I looked up the rules on that. A vacated win does not go to the other team. It's still considered a loss.
Well, what were we vacating it for?
It doesn't even take the loss off.
Hey, Zeph, that's a bunch of crap.
Yes, it is.
Come on, man.
You go tell whatever you read. You call whoever wrote that.
So I still say Louisville won that championship. Like, they didn't lose that championship. They won it.
Greg Cosell is coming up next. But at some point today, we got to get into Greg Sankey just out there being a gangster.
What do he do now, man?
I mean, Greg Sankey sent a memo to SEC coaches and ADs ordering them to stop directing players to feign injuries, meaning stop faking them, and instituting penalties that include, on a third offense, a coach suspension.
I like this.
How about that?
I like that.
Don Davenport got that from Ross Dellinger.
I like that right there. Heck yeah.
Third offense. Listen. I get why you do it, and all teams do it. I'm not saying they don't, all these things. But as a fan watching a game, come on, man, stop.
Yep.
Because they immediately go to break.
And you can see it. It's cameras.
Especially if you go to a game, it's harder to tell on television. But when you go to a game, you can keep all eyes on that guy when he gets up and goes to the bench and then is amazingly great and then comes right back in.
And then you're watching it at home on TV, and it's like, dog, you know the camera sees you look over there and be like, oh, let me just fall down. Like, you can see that.
I had an NFL coach once tell me that they actually had a play for that. Like, that's something that – this was way back.
Really?
They called it scuba.
Oh.
Like, you look to the sideline, and if they make whatever mark that – whatever signal they make, biggest guy on the field goes down. At least that was for them. But you see these college guys look to the sideline first, and then they go down.
That's interesting.
So it's being directed by the sideline.
You get a little savvier.
So third offense?
Yeah.
Dude, every team in every game does 3 or more.
Yep.
I mean, Tennessee does it every field goal, every time they score a touchdown.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
And teams do it against Tennessee every time they get a first down.
Yep. Right.
Ole Miss is notorious. People playing Ole Miss notorious.
Alabama now.
Man. All right, when we come back, Greg Cosell breaks down film better than anybody. We'll talk about this matchup against the Patriots. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. It is football time in Tennessee. Where are you catching all the college and pro games this season? Scoreboard Bar and Grill is where you need to be. Which location is the question? Scoreboard Opry near Opry Mills Mall in Donaldson or Scoreboard Cedar Creek in Mount Juliet. All Scoreboard locations have brand new football menus with new food and drink items sure to impress any of y'all. Scoreboard Bar and Grill has its own built-in party. Every Scoreboard has tons of TVs and will have all of your favorite games on with full sound, the coldest beer, and the largest bushwhacker selection that you will find. And get this, Scoreboard giving away UT tickets to every home game all season long. Just stop by and sign up for their loyalty program. It's called Scoreboard Stars. Mark your calendars for the best bourbon bash in Nashville. Scoreboard Opry will have a fantastic bourbon fest on Saturday, November 9th, and an all-you-can-eat low-country boil. You don't want to miss it. It's football time. It's scoreboard time. Scoreboard Opry and Scoreboard Cedar Creek, Scoreboard Bar and Grill. 3HL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you until 6 o'clock on a Friday in the Music City. Hope you're having a great day. It is Trash Talk Friday.
That's right.
It is Get Fried Friday, right, Slay?
Mm-hmm. Friday.
Delegate producer of 3HL is F.
What's up?
Greg Cosell joins us as he does every Friday at 4:20.
That's our guy.
Best film evaluator in football. Cosell, what's up? How are you?
So what college games you want to talk about this weekend?
Well, Dawn is at Navy at Rice. That is where she is.
Oh, well, my good buddy just got fired at Rice. Mike, he got fired. So,
Dang, Cosell.
Rice has had a tough year.
Yes, they have. That is true. So that is where she is. No, let's stick with Titans. I don't think I've ever seen 303 return yards and opposing offense start 5 drives inside the 30-yard line. Have you?
No, and I imagine that if we said last week that Jared Goff would be 12 for 15 for 85 yards, we would probably be saying that might lead to a Titans win. But it didn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, 85 yards passing for Goff and 225 total offense for Detroit.
Yeah, of course, Jahmyr Gibbs gained almost 85 yards on one play.
Yeah, that is very true.
I got to tell you, you know, Jahmyr Gibbs is one of those guys, and obviously people, listening because he's an SEC player, obviously remember him at Alabama, but he's one of those guys, at a level, we're talking about super high-level athletes, obviously, in the NFL. Doesn't he just look like he's faster than everybody else out there?
It also looks like he's never running at full speed. Like, if you want to get close to him, he could push it another notch. It's what it seems like. I mean,
unfortunately, on that play, which was extremely well blocked, and I thought Murray actually did not do a good job, the way he was probably coached, to release the double team on Simmons. So he ended up staying too far back, and that made the block much easier for the climbing offensive lineman. And then, of course, when Diggs just took the bad angle because he came downhill, it was just all over. But yeah, Gibbs is just one of those guys that just looks like he's playing at a different speed than everybody else out there.
Yeah. Gibbs makes a lot of guys take bad angles. I would imagine.
Nah, he sure does.
But
he sure does.
Did you notice anything with regard to the Titans linebacker core because of the trade? I was wondering if Murray was asked to do anything different, because it looked like a few times that he failed to set the edge, and maybe I'm wrong about that, but one of those plays was the one you're just talking about that I was thinking that. Did you see that from him?
Yeah, that wasn't a set the edge issue.
Okay.
In fact, Harrell was actually the edge setter on that play, and he did what he was supposed to do. But I believe, and again, I don't know how guys are coached, so I don't want to make it sound like, hey, I'm smarter than the coaches, because, these are things I don't know for sure. I'm just can give you my experience talking to coaches for many, many years about these kinds of things. Normally, in that kind of situation, coaches would ask a linebacker to play a little more downhill, not just run into the line, but play a little more downhill, because what you'd love to be able to do is release the double team, because you want to let in this case it was Simmons, you want to let Simmons, instead of being double teamed, for 3 or 4 seconds, you want to try to release the double team so that he can then work one-on-one and perhaps then control and displace the lineman and get enough into the gap that there's not a clean gap. But Murray, in my view anyway, stayed too far back on that play, and therefore the double team could really be effective on Big Jeff, and then it made it much easier. And I can't remember now who the climbing lineman was. It was the guard, I'm sure, the left guard. The left guard just worked right up to Murray, and it was actually a very easy block.
Cosell, when you're watching the film, you can break down every single play and the details of it. When you're watching the Titans, man, are you seeing a team that's maybe one step away from being able to turn the corner, or are you seeing just a team that's bad at executing on both sides of the ball?
Boy, that's a great question, Slay, and it's a hard question to answer because, I think that pretty much everybody would agree that the talent level in this league is, with few exceptions, is relatively close. Right. I mean, are the Texans as good as, the top teams in the league? Maybe not, of course, but it's not like they stink. I mean, they've got good players, right. Players who would be considered good players by pretty much everybody.
World-class athletes.
The issue that you face in this league more often than not is quarterback play. And if you get subpar quarterback play, And it's hard to win. Now, there's extenuating circumstances with the Titans because, we can go back to last year, O-line play. Right. If your lines are really bad, that's hard too. So, I think their D-line is good, actually. I think you could argue that the Titans have a playoff caliber defense. I don't want people to say I'm crazy, but, their defense is pretty good. And they've not given up a lot of yards this year, as you guys probably know. And they've got good players on defense. They've got impact players on defense. So, the issue is really their offense. Yeah. And, it's problematic. You really don't know what you're going to get with their offense on a week-to-week basis. They're playing, young players on the O-line who are still a work in progress. So there are certain plays and certain weeks where it's not very good. And if your O-line's not very good, it can shut down your offense. I think at one point, and I forget, I did not look at this stat. My guess is it may not be true because they actually moved the ball this week. But there was a stretch where I know they were number 1 in the NFL in 3 and outs on offense. Wow. It's really hard to live in that world and be a good team, no matter how good your defense is.
To your point, against Buffalo, they jump out 10-0, and after they took the lead 10-0, they had 0 net yards on first down the entire rest of the game.
Right, and that's the other thing is. Think of it this way. Every coach puts together a game plan. Obviously, they do that every week. So when you decide what your game plan is going to be against a given opponent, and this is not easy to do, by the way. I know sometimes fans think this stuff is easy. It's really hard. So what is the balance between run and pass? And coaches are very realistic. They're not realistic talking to the media. There's no need to be, but they're very realistic when they're in their meetings at 9:00 at night and the players are gone and they're talking about stuff. Fortunately, I've in my career, I've been in those meetings and training camps where I've been allowed to sit in on that. And coaches are very honest and open. They're not mean or negative. It's not personal with the players. Everybody's trying to win, but they're very honest about their players. Sometimes, you're uncertain as to the best way to deploy your players and to put together a game plan that you feel really good about, depending on who the opponent is. And I'm not saying that it becomes a matter of luck. That wouldn't be the right way to say it, but you're truly uncertain as to how it's going to play out. You just don't know.
Yeah. Greg Cosell with us, executive producer and analyst for NFL Matchup. You can catch that incredible show on the ESPN property, senior producer, NFL Films. I typically check out the NFL Matchup show at 7 a.m. on ESPN2 on Saturday. But anyway, Cosell, so talking to some former players, Kevin Dyson played wide receiver for the Titans. He thought coming out of that game, he said, forget about the turnovers. In terms of watching the offense execute, the offensive line provide a pocket, provide run lanes, Brian Callahan getting into kind of a rhythm in terms of calling plays. He said this game, despite the score and the lopsided loss, showed me signs that they are making strides offensively.
And by the way, I would agree with Kevin. Okay. I thought that there was a definite rhythm to their offense. And by the way, this does not mean Mason Rudolph is your quarterback, next year and the year after. But clearly, the offense had a much more rhythmic feel to it. I think Pollard has continued to run well. I thought the O-line did a good job run blocking. Don't forget, this is a team in Detroit that's definitely a playoff team. Some people think they might represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. They were playing against a good team. And Kevin makes a really good point because people might look at the score and automatically assume, oh, my God, they just got their you-know-what whipped. But offensively, I think the turning point was, and I forget who made the interception, but was it the second interception? Not the fluke, not the one that he should never have thrown where he was falling away. The other one,
the Will Levis imitation,
the fall.
Yeah, but it was the second one, right? That not the first one. Yep. I forget who made the interception now, but that seemed to be sort of a turning point play in the game. But But I agree. I think there was stretches in this game offensively where there looked like there was progress being made in terms of execution of their concepts. And obviously Ridley had the great game. I mean, after the first quarter, you thought he was going to have 500 yards receiving. But he won some one-on-ones. The slot fade versus Branch to the left was a great throw and a great catch. They had a really nice play on his post route where they sent Boyd in motion and he ended up inside of Ridley, and Ridley ended up running the post against an outside leverage corner. I mean, I thought they did some good things offensively in this game. Now, let me ask you this. Is Levis, is Levis back this week?
So that's a good question. So Levis said yesterday that it's up to him. Today, the head coach said that it's up to him because he's the head coach. But he said he will, listen to the player because it's not his shoulder. It's kind of a weird deal. They're trying to work him harder than they did the week leading up to the Indianapolis game and see how the shoulder responds. But both quarterbacks are getting reps with the ones.
Well, I mean, here's my thought, and some might disagree. My sense is, because he's played in the league for a while, that we know what Mason Rudolph is. He's not your quarterback going forward. Mm-hmm. I'm sure many fans think that Will Levis isn't either. That's not really relevant for me or you guys, really. I think that if Levis is healthy, you still have to play him every snap for the rest of the season.
Completely.
You have to find out for sure. Now, they may feel like they know the answer, and they don't need to publicize that if they feel like they know the answer. Don't forget, Brian Callahan did not draft Will Levis. He may feel like, hey, I want to go in a different direction. He may know the answer to that already, but that's not something he's going to tell you, nor should he tell you. But beyond that, I think that if Will Levis is healthy, he needs to play every snap. You need to see how he deals with adversity. You need to see how he deals with the fact that he's not played well. You need to see him deal with the fact that he's probably become the butt of a lot of negativity from fans. All this goes into being a quarterback in the NFL, and you need to see how he reacts to all this. Can he, because last year, say what you want about where he is now, but last year, after that season ended, he actually handled himself really well, given the fact that their O-line was probably the worst in the league, and he actually handled himself well. So you need to find out.
Greg Cosell with us on 3HL. Greg, what do you think about this matchup with the Patriots? Drake May left the game with a head injury. It looks like he's going to go. Jacoby Brissett led the comeback, though. Less than 3 minutes to go, down 5, gets the touchdown to win and snap that, 6-game losing streak. 2 first-year head coaches, 2 franchises that definitely need a win Sunday.
Hey, I think it's Joe Milton time, don't you?
Put him in.
Well, I love watching that guy throw. Just scud missiles all over the field.
Well, the Patriots, they actually, they've played pretty well the last couple of weeks. Their defense has played a lot better. And their defense was actually really good last year. Obviously, Belichick was there, but their defense has good players. I know that Gerard Mayo came out a few weeks ago and said we're soft, which Belichick actually, in the work he does media-wise, took major exception to that, because he basically said, he didn't want to say I was the coach last year, but he said, hey, these are the same players. The Patriots weren't soft last year. Mm-hmm. So you know what he meant by that. They actually have some good defensive players. Christian Gonzalez is a really, really good corner, second-year player who missed most of his rookie season. Jelani Tavai is a really nice linebacker who does a lot of things for them. Keon White out of Georgia Tech, really nice player. It's offensively where they've struggled because their run game's been inconsistent. If you look at their O-line, I'm in the business, so I recognize some of the names, but I guarantee that most people would have no idea who those people are. And the left guard, Michael Jordan, is not the former basketball player.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. So, it's offensively where they've really been very up and down. And it's a shame about Drake May because the game, not this past week, but the week before, I believe it was against Jacksonville, mm-hmm. I thought he looked really good for a quarterback making his second start, and I've been real anxious to see him continue this year, but it doesn't look like he's going to go this week.
Yeah, that's tough right there. With the Titans, you look at this receiving core, what did you see different real quick in this Detroit game with Calvin Ridley in that first quarter? Cosell?
Oh, I mean, I don't think he's any different, Slay. I mean,
Okay,
it's,
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a different player. That's the thing. It's so funny. Look, you guys know this. You have to talk every day for, whatever number of hours you talk. And I have unbelievable respect for guys like you in the business, because when you talk every day, and I don't mean this as a negative comment at all, because I had the opportunity to do this 100 years ago where I had to talk, every day like this for hours. Every word can't be a pearl of wisdom, and every
Especially with us, Cosell, you know us.
yeah. Well, I was trying to be kind, right? And players don't dramatically change from week to week. I mean, it's because I do. You guys know I do radio in other spots as well, and I get asked that a lot. Like, well, what happened this week? And it's like, well, Calvin Ridley's the same guy he was last week. It's just that they threw the ball. They got some one-on-one matchups and they attacked, and it turned out. I mean, I mentioned the two plays: the slot fade where he was one-on-one with Brands, who's a great player, by the way, and then that play I mentioned where he caught the vertical for 40+ yards. He's not different than he was 2 weeks ago. It's just they were able to make those throws. You mentioned, I think it was you, Slay, about the O-line, and the rhythm of the offense. There was better protection. So, it's not like all of a sudden Calvin Ridley stunk 2 weeks ago and this week he became good.
Yeah, and sometimes when asking it, I just got to throw it out there because the validity that you bring to it, when it's an echo of what we're saying, make it be like, oh, they do know, they do know something. It might not be a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, you can see development with guys over time, but rarely is it like one moment, like where the light goes on and you go, oh my God, all of a sudden that guy's really good.
Right. To Slay's point, I mean, just out of nowhere, he sets his career high with 10 receptions. I mean,
right. I mean, that's, the guy's a really good player. I mean, he's been a really good receiver in this league. And, unfortunately, he's been in an offense that's been, to be kind, a little bit dysfunctional. And, he hasn't been able to do what he can do or show what he can do in the context of the offense.
Do you think it helped them in the passing game to become a little more concise with D-Hop not being there? And so it's clear who the number one guy is?
Maybe. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you'd have to be there to know how the wide receiver room is and, what the relationship is between the players. I mean, all that does factor in because, you guys know this. You hear coaches talk all the time about the room. Oh, the quarterback room, the wide receiver room. That's because all that stuff matters and we're not there for that. So that's hard to know.
Can I ask you a random question about what we saw with Houston yesterday?
No, absolutely not.
C.J. Stroud on the road the last 2 weeks, 21 of 51, 41%. Is there kind of a book out on him now, or is it just simply because he's missing weapons?
I watched the tape already from last night, and he was under ridiculous duress.
Yes, 8 sacks. That's true.
I'm not going to defend him because there were throws he missed last night. Look, at the end of the day, quarterbacks in this league are under duress, but they're also human beings. So if you're under duress a lot, it's just human nature. You start to anticipate pressure and you start to perceive pressure, even if it's not there. And he was rushing himself and he missed some throws that, quite frankly, he didn't miss last year. But he's had some tough games this year. Now, surprisingly, their O-line, well, I shouldn't say surprising. What's more surprising is that Laramie Tunsil had some bad snaps last night. Did. But their O-line is not a great O-line overall. So last night it kind of came home to roost. And the Jets have a really good defense. So, but he's missed some throws this year that he made last year, with blindfolded. He's missed them this year. I can't tell you why, but he's missed them. And if he misses them, that's a problem because even though he's not a statue, at his core, he's a pocket quarterback and he's got to make those throws.
Another random question. I know you haven't watched film like professionally, let's say, on college quarterbacks for this season yet?
Not from this year, yes.
Yeah. But going back to last summer, did you spend any time watching Dillon Gabriel?
Yeah. What
do you think about him?
I was super, super intrigued by Dillon Gabriel. And I know he's 5'11" because I've talked to people and, that's a problem, But, it's funny. What I typed in my transition, because that's what I do, I said the easy analysis is that he has average to below average physical measurables. Size, his arm talent's good, but nothing you'd write home about.
Right.
He doesn't have unbelievable velocity. So it's easy to write him off. And that's all true, by the way, and that could limit how he's seen at the next level. But boy, this kid has a strong sense of timing and rhythm. He's decisive within the structure of an offense. And I talked to a scout that I really respect who worked in that area last year, so he studied him hard at Oklahoma. And we both agreed that this kid knows how to play quarterback. But there are limitations that will be seen at the NFL level. It's easy to automatically say he's Taylor Heineke, he's Colt McCoy, he's Case Keenum. I think that's the easy answer, but boy, there's something about the kid's tape I really liked.
You know who he reminds me of, and I'm going to go way back, and I for sure can be wrong because I am often. He reminds me, like just watching him play, he reminds me of Danny Werfel from Florida. The way he lofts the ball and throws it so early and so high. And the other thing about it, and I'm guessing this makes it a little more difficult or challenging, I should say. I don't like to use that word, but challenging for you to watch tape is when a guy like you watch an Oregon game, he's got like 10 seconds in the pocket if he wants.
I know, that's the other issue.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I saw him throw a touchdown last week. Was it last week? They were on national TV game. It might have been Friday night. And to Tez Johnson, another good prospect. And it seemed like he was back there for a week. So yeah, that's, you have to kind of count that in because that's not going to happen in the NFL. Yeah. And if he is 5'11", which I believe he is, when the bodies get around him, how can he function? So you sort of have to decide how you feel about that.
Love it, Cosell. Hey, great job, man. As always, we'll talk with you next week. Have a great weekend, my friend.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. There he is, Greg Cosell, at Greg Cosell on Twitter. When we come back, Reese and Laura. And then Mark Mariani's coming in studio for the 5 o'clock hour. I don't know how long he's staying, maybe the whole hour. I don't know, but he is coming. Moonshine. He's hot, too. 5 out of 6 on the Blood in the Water pick.
Keep him going.
Keep him going. All that coming up. Stay tuned. This is the perfect weekend for you to make that beautiful drive to Springfield, Tennessee, and see my friend Daniel Gupton and his crew at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. If you're looking for that new car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, maybe you're looking for a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, our guys at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram are ready to help you out. 24 West or Clarksville exit 35 is a straight shot to the best vehicle buying experience you will ever have, and a beautiful drive in the fall. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Daniel Gupton and his crew ready to help you out. So just tell them what you're looking for. Maybe you need something with more room. Maybe you need something with less of a payment, better gas mileage, whatever you're looking for. They will be able to help you out. So just tell them, and they'll point you in the right direction. You take your test drive, go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. 3450 Tom Austin Highway, Springfield, Tennessee, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there. Address, phone number, inventory, all the deals they have going on this month right there as we cruise into November. GuptonMotors.com. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Hello, I'm Ashley Northington, Chair of Moving Forward of Middle Tennessee. The upcoming transit referendum is a game changer for our economy, business leaders, and the entire community. A robust transit system is essential for a thriving economy. With 54 miles of high-capacity transit corridors and 86 miles of new sidewalks, this plan enhances Nashville's connectivity, making it easier for everyone to get where they need to go. This isn't just about transportation, it's about economic empowerment. For business leaders, reliable transit means a more productive workforce. Shorter commutes boost productivity and job satisfaction, helping businesses attract and retain top talent. Improved transit also drives sales and supports local economies by making it easier for customers to reach businesses. The benefits extend to the entire community, connecting people to essential services, education, and recreation. This creates a more inclusive city where everyone can access the resources.
Again, MTSU taking on Liberty Saturday, November 9th at noon at Floyd Stadium. For tickets, GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. Cheer on the Blue Raiders. Let's go Blue.
This is about creating a city where businesses can flourish, residents can thrive,
you guys
and
in your
the
copy,
community
man. 30-second copy.
a higher quality of life. Join me in backing this transformative opportunity. Let's build a Nashville where everyone has the opportunity to succeed and to prosper. Visit the link in the caption to learn more about the referendum, how it will support our community, and how you can get involved. Thank you.
Secure your seats now at GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets and cheer on the Blue Raiders again. That's GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. Let's go Blue. See if that helps. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Ron Slay with you on a beautiful Friday in the Music City. Ain't it, though?
Absolutely, Yora.
Mark Mariani coming in studio.
Coming in hot.
He's red hot. 5 out of 6. Oh, he says he's at the back door, Zeph.
I'm up here getting a new parsley together.
While you go get him, we'll go to the phone and bring in Reese and Laura up in South Central Kentucky.
Right.
Reese and Laura, what's up?
Hey guys, I gotta know we gotta make this short and sweet.
What up,
But
Laura?
I just want to know. Don't rush that. You know why Kentucky cannot make a first down?
Wow.
Because they can't count to 10.
Damn, Laura.
I love it.
Friday.
I love it, Laura.
And you guys live in Kentucky.
And it's Trash
And I
Talk
live
Friday.
in Kentucky.
It's a border town, Big Slayer. You with me?
You better believe it, Reese.
All right. So I know I'm not supposed to get in trouble at work, but I done did something again, Big Slay.
Wait, so the update there is last week Reese got fired and then rehired within an hour and a half.
That's true.
Because,
and then got a dollar
because he,
raise.
because he accosted an Alabama fan.
Well, he was fat buying vegetables trying to be healthy. That doesn't make any sense.
Gosh, Reese.
I just call it how I see it. So, anyhow, we had corporate coming around. I guess Halloween's a big holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And every time corporate comes around, they come warn me. Hey, Rachel's coming. Just, Reese, just try to blend in. Please keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. Don't get us in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble. We can't afford to lose you. I said, okay.
Have you ever blended in?
No, I'm not good at that.
Yeah, I would imagine. I got you.
I always, whenever I see her, I just run to another aisle so I don't say nothing stupid. Well, she showed up, and it was Halloween the last 2 days at work for, like, apparel. And, which, by the way, Laura wore her checkerboard overalls, her hat, her pom-pom, and all that. So, well, this lady shows up, and she walks by the ice cream aisle, which I'm soaking wet stalking the ice cream. And do you know what she's wearing for Halloween?
What?
A Kentucky football jersey that had the number 1 on the back. And I said, Reese, get away. You know what I said? You know what I said, Big Slay?
What you tell her, Reese?
I said, ma'am, I don't know what number 1 on the back of Kentucky's jersey means besides the amount of wins you have in the career of that school. Well, that didn't work out well. That did not work out well at all. But luckily, the grocery manager, Kevin, as we all know, who's not usually nice to me, he bum rushed me out of there to the back dock and got me away from it, so I didn't get fired.
Trying to protect you.
Yeah. So anyhow, the line was, we didn't get it till today because I've been busy at 17 and a half.
Yeah.
What did you get it at, Big Slay?
15 and a half.
Yep.
I'm behind the 8 ball, but I know the guy from Knoxville said 38 to 10. I'm going 45 to 10. I do think Kentucky will find 7 to 10 points. I'm not happy about it, but 45 to 10. It's an easy bet. I got 250 on it. I wanted to do 500. But Laura said save extra beer money for the trip, and I said, well, you're probably right. Mm-hmm. So, by the way, we're 2 rows from the top. We done talked to Zeph. He's in Section P. He said you wouldn't tell us what section you're in, but we'll find you, Big Slay. Hey, Big Slay.
What's
Big
up,
Slay.
baby? Talk to me.
Are you with me?
You better believe it.
Good old rocket time! We're going to drink as many beers as we can tomorrow with Zeph and Big Slay. Man, make your way down to Knoxville. It's a party! Go Big O!
There he goes. He's Reese. And she's Laura. They're going to party down. I thought you were in B, not T.
P. P.
Oh, you're in P.
P.
Okay.
I'm in the corner of
fly.
the stadium.
Right. I know where you are. I thought you said B, which puts you near the road fans. But P, you're good. You're nowhere near them.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to fight a Kentucky fan this weekend.
Well, it's not just that. It's the band and everything. You'd have to deal with that. Probably not very often.
Wait, there where the student section is?
P, yeah.
No. Where the Tennessee band is. That's right next to
Yeah,
the
Tennessee
Tuesday
band. I'm talking about the Kentucky band if
Oh.
they bring it.
If they bring it.
I don't know, man.
You know what they won't bring? An offense.
They ain't going to bring a dub out of that stadium either. All right, more 3HL. We're in it today.
Yes.
I'm usually not.
I like it.
We are, we've got 5 o'clock hour coming up. Mark Mariani, former Titans Pro Bowler, is in the studio, and he's ready. We'll be right back. 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening? You know what time it is. You got to get over to BrentwoodJewelry.com, man. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every single day for over 50 years. And why stop now? They're going to keep going, keep getting it to you. And if you don't want to go in the store, like you don't have time to go in the store, you can go on your handheld device or laptops, whatever it may be, and type in BrentwoodJewelry.com and have a field day, people. I promise you that. Engagement rings, custom pieces, whatever it may be, watches, doesn't matter. You're not going to miss. I hope everybody got in on that spooky watch that they had the other day. You had at least 5 days to get to it. Don't know if you did it, but you don't want to miss out on it. They always having little valuable gifts and things like that. You can, register to win, but you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, people. 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Get on over there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I always got something, you Brandon and the family. Get in there. It's BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good evening. It's 5:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The Titans are back on the practice field today as they continue to prepare for Sunday's game versus the New England Patriots at Nissan Stadium. Kickoff is at noon. Pregame coverage starts at 9 a.m. right here on The Zone. The Friday injury report is out, and it'll tell us who is in and who's out for this weekend for the Titans. Who's out? That'll be offensive lineman Andrew Repshitz, cornerback L'Jarius Sneed, and running back Tyjae Spears, all not playing this weekend. Who's questionable? Tyler Boyd, Amani Hooker, Tony Pollard, Dylan Radence, Devondre Sweat, Trey Avery, and quarterback Will Levis, all questionable. For the New England Patriots, everyone has a chance to play, and that includes quarterback Drake May, who is questionable with that concussion injury. This weekend in college football, Arkansas faces number 19 Ole Miss at 11. Number 3 Penn State hosts number 4 Ohio State at 11 a.m. as well. You can catch that one right here on The Zone. Vanderbilt heads to Auburn to face the Tigers at 11:45. Number 2 Georgia faces Florida at 2:30. And number 7 Tennessee hosts Kentucky at Neyland Stadium at 6:45. You can hear the Ball Network call that game right here on The Zone starting at 4 p.m. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Right before we turn our mics on, Marietta goes, "You guys smell wealthy today."
That's what happens when you just triple down on the Jets, baby.
Yeah, buddy. Jets, Jets.
Garrett Wilson makes a generational catch.
What a catch was it?
I mean, dude, come on now. They've been showing Odell Beckham's catch for a decade.
Right.
They better be showing that one for the next decade, too.
Yes,
that thing was nasty.
Sir. 3HL 104.5 The Zone, Friday edition, 5 o'clock hour is here. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you had a great week. It sure as hell is going to be a great weekend. Make it a great weekend. If you haven't decided to make it a great weekend yet, decide right freaking now. It's going to be a great weekend, and it's going to change your life. How about that?
Life-changing weekend this weekend.
Dawn Davenport is in H-Town. She is at Rice, who fired their coach, but they're playing Navy.
Because I'm a 3HL groupie, I listened to the Cosell interview, and how about he was like, "Oh no, my friend just got fired there." I was like, "Okay," and then on to the next question.
We need the Debbie Downer music as a little drop.
Yeah, that was you
right
teed
there.
him up, and then he was like, "Oh, my friend." I was like, "Oh,
there.
You know my buddy.
Mark Marietti's sitting in Dawn Davenport's chair right now.
Let's go!
What a moonshine!
We hung today.
We're not doing the blood in the water pick right now, but we can address the fact that you won last week, and we'll get to that. But you won 5 out of 6, and these are underdogs that win outright.
I'm feeling hot, baby.
Scorching.
And that's just pockets full of house money, baby.
Pockets
that's
full
when
of kryptonite.
That's when you get reckless, when you got that house money. That's what you guys do. That's what you guys got all that house money.
What? No, we made some house money.
That's what I'm saying.
So we limited debts there.
Oh, there you go.
So where are you now? You were plus 350. Do you have it figured out?
Oh yeah, I got it right here. We're 5-3 on the year, which we took the
Titans
the
the
boys
first 2 weeks
too many times out
and
the gate.
lost both of them.
So we're plus 478.
Woo!
Yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah.
It's rolling.
Yeah. That's what we do. That's what we do.
So that's coming up a little bit later. How long are you staying?
Oh, dude, I'm staying till the lights shut off.
6.
Oh, yeah. Till the lights shut off. Yeah, you're going to have to kick me out today.
Usually you're into some red beer or some brown water by now.
It's a little, I know. I thought, I mean, these are rated airwaves, so I didn't want to come in here spitting fire. I mean, I'm spitting fire, but.
You definitely spitting fire.
But it'll be cracked upon entry back home in 12 South. I got one on ice over there.
Okay. All right.
You know me
about
now. You know me.
Right, so your blood in the water win last week was Washington over Chicago.
So boring NFC game.
So you win because of the Hail Mary.
Well, like I told you on the walk-in from the locker room to the ring here.
You're living right.
Was there ever a doubt? I mean, golly.
No, it wasn't.
But I will say, I called it because I thought my boy Super Mario, Marcus Mariota, was starting, and they didn't play him. So Jaden Daniels early, probably the rookie of the year already, and an MVP candidate comes in. But that's the only reason it was close. It would have been a blowout if Marcus was.
So you must have really liked what Tyreek Stevenson did at the end of the game there.
Bro, I'm like, listen, I
you
didn't
ever seen anything like
even
that?
want to bet against my Bears either, but it just felt like I just like
the money was there.
Yeah, when the casino's giving it to you, you take it. But
business is
Tyreek Stevenson, bro, that was the
What do you
worst
do?
look of all time. Dude.
He's motioning to the crowd and having a good time for like 5 seconds while the play's going on.
And those are the attention to details. Can you imagine that attention to detail? A play that you work on every single week.
Every week.
They do it. You do it on offense and defense every week. It's part of the Friday or the Saturday morning routine, and because it always matters, that play. And you lose the game because you were doing something stupid. Not only taunting the crowd or whatever he was doing, talking to the Bears fans, whatever he tried to say, he was the one that went in there and tipped that ball when that was not his role on that play. That was not his job. And that's why you saw our boy, KB.
You love it.
Murfreesboro kid. What are you doing in here, bro? This is not your life, bro.
That's where I knew that dude messed up because KB turned around where were you?
The same for you, bro. Your boy's right there. The guy celebrating, dancing right there. That was your guy. And who got a full palm on the ball and served it up? Tyreek Stevenson. Get out of here, bro.
You said, was there ever a doubt? Did you see the Hail Mary live?
Wow, on live airways. No, I fully gave up on my money there. I fully gave up. And while we're eating
How did you find out?
Oh, bro, it was an hour and a half later on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, oh my. I checked my account. I was like, oh my, there's that money.
Deposit.
There's that money.
That win feels even better because you thought you lost.
I thought it was gone, tail between my legs, dude. I was out of there. And hey, while I'm eating crow, well, actually we won that, so whatever. I gotta give it up for for the Vandy boys down on West End,
baby.
Hey, I was on here spouting a week ago about how Texas was awoken the sleeping giant or whatever. Those Vandy boys, man, I'm pissed that they got them out of the top 25 for that. That was a great showing down there, and I had that one wrong too, and I'm happy I had that one wrong. That was sick.
We had that one right. You should have rode with us.
I know you guys.
We tried to talk you into it.
I know, man. I'm glad you guys won that one. I like what's going on down there. I love what's going on.
Now this week I'm going Auburn, but I got it at 6.5, so under the 7.
There's people in the room that are going to disagree with you. I'm not going to steal any thunder, but
you going to disagree again?
I'm not going that game, but I think there's some Vandy fans out here that think Auburn's down this year.
Totally agree.
They're going to take it to them.
I'm gonna tell you what. I've been leaning at Auburn all week. I can't turn around that money line. I can't turn around.
Vandy money line.
I got me some scuba gear. I'm going.
I love it when we disagree.
Yeah, I got. Pavia had his number. He's had his number.
For those that don't know, Slade's right. Pavia has beaten Hugh Freeze twice.
Wow.
Beat him at New Mexico State, against Auburn at Auburn last year, 31-10, and beat him while he was at New Mexico State when Hugh Freeze was at Liberty. Beat him at Liberty. He had 6 touchdowns in that game, 3 rushing, 3 passing.
And his game is still the same.
He's 2-0 against Hugh Freeze. Diego
That's pretty
Pavia.
wild, right?
Maybe I should go the other way.
And that kind of got a defense.
I haven't put it in. I'm going to take it at 6.5. Because it's up to 7.5.
7.5 now, yeah.
But Slay has taught me to take the line that you like.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Most definitely.
Even if you're giving away
I don't care about on Vegas. I mean, what I feel comfortable with betting. That's what I want to do.
So that's what I'm going to do. I was planning on doing it, but you guys are trying to talk me out of it.
I'm telling you where I'm going. That's how. Listen, dog. When you got it rolling, you got it rolling. And I think Pavia just got it rolling, man.
I just think at some point something's got to snap with him.
Yeah, but so that's how I felt early in the year. Remember when that Auburn came out in game 2? I was like, dog, Peyton Thorne was working. Yeah. He said, just be patient. And what did he do? He just gave 3 of them away. And
he literally.
I'm like, dog. Come on, man.
Peyton Thorne threw a touchdown pass. Slay texted all of us and was like, I'm telling you, he's turned it around right now. And I'm like, I go, just wait. And then he threw like 3 picks and they lost.
So I'm saying he played good. He played good last week. He had a solid performance last week. Solid performance. Well, good for him. Yeah. But solid performance is like, okay, can he do that back to back? I don't think so. I mean, I think Clark Lee got something. Clark Lee got something with his guys, and then you know what?
He definitely has something.
It's
That's for
Pavia,
sure.
man.
And Pavia is legit.
I'll tell you what, man. It is so fun to see. Vandy being good at football is like
Isn't
it
it
feels
awesome?
like a different vibe.
Yeah,
I'm just that
does.
whole section of town, like downtown's always buzzing. I live over in 12 South, it's always buzzing. That whole section off West End feels different for when you drive through because they're winning football games, dude.
Yeah.
And they're celebrating a three point loss to Texas. I mean, like that's fun, man.
Yes.
I love that. I don't know that much about Auburn, but I like riding with the boys, man.
I'm on the train.
They turn it over.
I'm a Hugh Freeze fan, too. But I just...
No, man, y'all had drinks with him or something.
There's a reason why...
Before the season started.
There's a reason why they keep on beating them. It
Y'all
ain't
were
just
all in.
Pavia. They got the OC that's been beating them, too. I mean, like... Sometimes you got people number.
615-737-1045. Let's go to Eric in South Nashville before the break. Eric, what's up?
I wanted to talk about, I'm a UT alum, 98, so I think tomorrow night, dark mode, Nico, the offense, they break off the rust. They continue the fast track that they ended the Alabama game with. You're going to see the coming out party 45-3. Secondly, I got my oldest son graduating this year. He's a start cornerback at Summit High School. They play Independence tonight. All the marbles, playoff hopes on the line. One group of seniors going to go play their final game. Summit Spartans are going to continue to play on. Go number 7. He's had 2 picks the past 2 weeks. He's going to get another one. Mason McElhaney's been nominated Player of the Week 2 weeks in a row. He won it last week. Go Summit Spartans. Go Vols. And I'll let y'all take it from here.
Love it, Eric, man. Appreciate you.
Good luck to your son,
Get it
man.
done,
That's
Summit.
awesome, man.
That's the thing, like doing high school play-by-play for a number of years. Like that last game, that's a real thing where you're watching kids that will play their last game of their lives.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yep.
Shout out. That's awesome.
To all of the high school action. There was a bunch of games last night, too. And then the playoffs start up. Mark Mariani in studio till 6 o'clock. We'll talk Tennessee, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Auburn, Titans, Patriots. Stay tuned. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, y'all? KellumStemCellInstitute.com. Hit them up. Go over there. Search it out. Find out what the holistic stem cell therapy is. Matter of fact, I can tell you what it is. Well, it's going to get your cells right. Your cells going to do the working. It's your body, your cells, your solution. They harvest your body's stem cells and also store them for future and continued use. Now, these cells are your body's own healing cells. They cut the healing process in half, people. Yes, and the inflammation, boom, knock it out like that. Done it with my knee, done it with my hip, done it with my shoulder. And any other little problem I have, I go do it with that too because I believe in it. I got an opportunity to sit down with Dr. Kellum, ask him all the questions that I needed to ask him, like, is this sure? You sure this going to work? And then he went through the process with me. And I bought into it. And you should too. 615-850-4415. That's the number to set up your consultation today. And don't sit around and just let inflammation beat you. You go beat it. KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, Brett Doherty, Ron Slay, Mark Mariani in studio.
Well, we just in here getting parlays and stuff together, man. You know, just a little light little communication. Light communication. What's going on with my tongue in my mouth when I tried to say that? But communication.
Still got a little Rome in you?
It could be. It could be. I tell you what I am going to have in me. Thanks to Kentucky. Some good bourbon. Thanks to you guys. Y'all make sure y'all bring it with you. Bring it with you. Don't be stingy.
That's right. Share.
Yeah, bring it on down.
The funky town.
Yeah, we'll think about letting you get a couple points if you bring it some nice one too.
Only 3 though, no more.
I got him getting something.
No, 0. Shut up.
I gotta get him.
Yeah.
How do you see this game? Tennessee, Kentucky, Mark Mariani.
I don't disagree that much with the caller who called earlier, Mr. Eric, but my whole thing in this game has got to be the Tennessee Vols. From the moment that first whistle blows, you got to run the ball right at these dudes and see if they want 60 minutes of it. They got shut out against Alabama in the first half because they came out trying to throw the ball. Now, there was a red zone turnover, Dylan Sampson's first fumble of his career. There were some things that didn't go the Vols' way, but they also didn't come out pounding the rock against Alabama, who was one of the worst-rated run defenses in the SEC. To me, the strength of this team lies in running this football. The strength of this fast-paced, get-on-the-ball offense is success running the football. You will get your chunk plays with Brew McCoy and Squirrel White and all the boys down the field when you run the football. And to me, with a 17-point spread, Heupel's got to walk into that offensive line room and go, listen, dogs, we're running the football the first 8 plays of the game. And I want you boys to set the tempo on the first drive, and this is how it's going to go. Dylan Sampson, repeating. 200 against these boys. And just knock. We always talk about the little guy in the back of your head. He lives right in the back of your neck on your spinal cord, right? He lives right there. There's a little guy in the back of Kentucky's head that says, we can't win that football game, bro. We want to go home. Give all the brown water to Slay and let's get the heck out of here. And knock that little man out when he starts talking. We might have a chance, boys. Ooh, those black uniforms aren't that sick. First 8 plays, knock them in the mouth. The little man's going to go away. First quarter, no more of this first half shutout, man. Go run the ball right at these boys and see if they want any.
The Kentucky defense had been really good until the last 2 games. Last weekend, Auburn piled up 328 rush yards. Running back Jarquez Hunter, 23 carries, 278, and 2 touchdowns. That's the most by an SEC running back this year. That's the 4th most in a game for an Auburn running back all time. And think about the running backs that have been there. Auburn had 500 yards of total offense against Kentucky. The Gators had 197 rush yards and 5 touchdowns against Kentucky. So, I mean, you're right. That's the avenue.
Well, you're talking about Kentucky Wildcat defense, right? And I want to be very clear and talk about the identity of the Tennessee Vols offense. And what happens when you pound that rock? Didn't Dylan Sampson have over 100 yards in the second half last week or against Alabama? I mean, dude, everything is predicated on running that football. You are going to get your chunk plays. And I think also it just calms Nico down when you're moving the chains, dude. I mean, you move the chains, you get short yardage situations. I just think that when they veer away from that, it gets them in trouble. I want to see, and those black uniforms are going to be so sick, man. I just think they will take control of this game and choke them out if they can run the football early and often.
Kentucky has given up 20 sacks this year. They rank 103rd in the country. Tennessee's going to be going after Vandegrift, who has completed less than 50% of his passes the last 2 weeks, too. So that's another angle on Tennessee. That defensive line going after that Kentucky offense.
Dogs going to get cats.
I like that. I don't think 17 is enough, boys. It's going to get ugly. I hope it gets ugly.
Tennessee, the only team in America to have not given up 20 or more points in any game this season. They're only the 5th team since 2000 in the SEC to do that through 7 games. The other 4 won the national title.
Wow.
There's a stat. Also, Kentucky has not scored 20 in an SEC game this year. In fact, their last 3 games, Kentucky scored 13 against Vandy, 20 against Florida, and 10 against Auburn. Struggling.
Well, and I'll tell you, and I think Heupel talks about this too, is they're playing great football. I mean, complimentary football. The defense picks up the slack when the offense is struggling, and vice versa. They haven't put it all together really, except for a few moments this year. And man, and when they put it together, it's going to be nasty. I mean, think about it. We just talked about Dylan Sampson's turnover. We also had a interception in the red zone last week. I know Alabama did too, but still, or 2 weeks ago, whatever. But I think if they put it together and can put it together at Neyland Stadium, I think they could just run away with this one. The matchups, just like you're talking, Brent said, you're the stat guy always coming with the heat. But those matchups don't bode well for Kentucky, and it's starting to snowball on those boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fandom aside, I mean, just when you look at this game analytically, like it's not a good matchup for Kentucky. But it's an opportunity, as you said, for Tennessee to get that offense going, and they need to run the football.
Yeah.
They do. Vanderbilt at Auburn. Auburn favored by, you just saw 8? I did look. I already bet it at 6.5. You guys were talking me into Vandy, but I'd already bet it at 6.5.
You're ahead of the number.
So 11:45 a.m. SEC Network. Auburn snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 24-10 win at Kentucky last weekend. Vanderbilt, obviously one of the surprise teams in college football, beat number 1 at the time Alabama, as we all know. They had an overtime loss at Missouri. Just lost by 3 to number 5 Texas. This team is legit. Vandy can become bowl eligible for the first time since 2018 with a win. They have never beaten Auburn at Auburn. 0-9.
Man, they had a whole lot of firsts this year.
They've had a whole lot of firsts this year.
Mm-hmm. If you really were hot gambling and you had all that house money, you'd take that +8 and hope the game ended at 7, bro.
You ain't wrong with that.
Win it both ways.
You ain't wrong with that.
Having just realized that I already bet Auburn at -6.5, I want Hunter to run the football on every single play. I do not want Peyton Thorne to throw it at all. 0 attempts.
So you're gonna stay riding then? Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
All right. Well,
you got to go with your first gut, right?
No, I don't disagree.
Especially when you have a big gut. I'm just excited for what's going on because now they're showing.
Oh,
me too.
When they show up and beat Alabama, there's so many people that can say that was a fluke and this and that and whatever. And that bad loss to Georgia State, man, is just haunting them. But when they beat VT, I mean, and now you're doing it every single week, and that's showing your consistency. That's a whole different ball game than a fluke win on West End against Alabama. I mean, now you're doing it every single week, and now you're a force to be reckoned with. You don't get to have Vandy on your schedule now and just put a W next to that anymore. I mean, I love that they're gaining this respect around the SEC.
By the way, Virginia Tech is 5-3, 3-1 in the ACC.
Wow.
We should. That's a great win,
right?
Yeah, huge,
it's turning into a better win.
Mm-hmm. I like it, and I'm just over here looking at my parlays. Well, I got some nice little. This gonna be a good weekend, y'all. I'm telling y'all this right now. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm telling y'all what God.
Are we still in on the 10-leg parlay, or did we blow that one?
Oh no.
Are we still good on that one?
No, we blew that. I went and
dang.
It had to drop down to 8 because. Rich Rod,
because Kennesaw State
beat Liberty. Kennesaw State covered.
You're probably the only man in America that has won on back-to-back weeks with Kennesaw State.
Let's go, baby.
That's crazy.
Yeah, let's go.
They have one win in the program's history at FBS level.
Yeah, buddy.
What is it called? The No Sledamus?
Or what? Slestradamus.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and redid it and put it at an 8-leg so I could hurry up and add the Jets to it without going through it. And so the Jets, they started it off right. Now we just got 7 more that got to hit.
Okay.
Easy money.
Easy money right here.
You have another parlay coming up at the end of the show?
I actually have.
Plus your Tennessee Kentucky
right now,
pick?
I have a correct score pick. I have a 7-leg parlay. I got a round robin 6 or 7. I got a 4-leg parlay for tonight.
A correct score pick.
He got it one time now. He's got to do it every week.
Oh, yeah.
One time.
One time.
One time this week. One time this season. Let me just clarify.
That's what you think, huh?
He got the Alabama-Tennessee score correct.
Yeah. I don't know what you want me to do.
I remember.
$10 gets you $1,300 is all I'm saying. Round robin 5 or 6, and I still got the 9 of 10 alive from where we started with Liberty. With them messing it up, Kennesaw State kept us alive.
Yeah.
Jets kept us alive.
I'm going back to this reference again. I did it yesterday, but Liberty gave us death. Screw you, Patrick Henry.
Man, I don't know what's wrong with them. They were rolling, too. They lose to Kennesaw State and then don't come back the next week.
Well, after the loss to Kennesaw State, then their seasons, like, they can't get to the playoffs.
Yeah, but I don't care. Caden Salter still playing.
I know, but maybe it worked itself through that locker room a little bit. Like, oh, dang, man, we can't go. Because they lost.
That was dumb. I was dumb by them.
All right, Titans and Patriots. Titans favored by 3.5. Can you believe that, Mariana? Anybody in the room taking the Titans minus the 3.5?
Shocking line there. I'll roll with the boys. Come on now.
You're going to give 3.5 points.
The Titans need a get-right game, and there's nobody better off to come do it than Jacoby Brissett, the fighting Jacoby Brissett's, all right?
You guys are going to talk me into this?
Oh, dude, listen, man.
I'm kind of talk to me.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold all those little sunshiny moments of Detroit, like the Calvin Ridley and the Arden Key and all. That's pretty much it. Those couple of months. And I'm going to say this about this weekend. We need a get-right game. We had arguably one of the best teams in the AFC 2 weeks ago, and they had the best team in the league probably in the Detroit Lions last week. We need a get-right game. The Pats coming in here. Our defense is nasty. I don't care about the numbers. We gave up 70 yards on one play. Other than that, I mean,
225 total, so 70 came on that play.
We put ourselves in so many bad situations.
5 drives started inside the 30.
But I still think that if you are an offensive football team attacking this defense, you're gonna have trouble because we have strengths across the board. We have our D line that gets after people, and if Arden Key gets loose, he only had his first sack of the year 2 games ago, and he had 2 this last week. I mean, he's picking up Harold Landry. I mean, listen, our D line is nasty.
Yes.
Our DBs are playmakers. They're nicked up, but still, you're not getting free yards against this team. We lost contain and we got beat, as Cosell told us. Kenneth Murray got beat for a 70-yard run. That's it, man. Yep. That's it. And then other than that, special teams and defense put us in bad situations. I'll roll with the boys in the 3.5 this week. Get right game. Tony Pollard goes off. Our quarterback play has been so bad.
Damn it, Moonshine.
But maybe Will coming back and calm down a little bit. Playoffs probably out the door. Like, let's calm down and make a few plays. I'm telling you, man.
Play a clean game, man. That's all we've been saying. Play a clean game and see what happens.
We're pretty down on this. It's easy to be down right now, and it's hard to be a patient fan when you're truly in a rebuild. But think about it. We were on the road the last 2 weeks to 2 of the best teams in the league now. So we're coming back home with a great defense still, and we are going to make it hard. And the Patriots cannot run the football, guys. Yep. And I don't care. You know, I got a lot of respect for Jacoby Brissett's career. He just seems like he goes into every situation and calms everybody down and wins games. He's beaten the frickin' Titans when he was with the Colts plenty of times, dude. I don't love him. We love getting beat by backup quarterbacks too, for God's sakes. It's one of our favorite hobbies. But I like the boys. We need a get-right game, and we need to get some confidence back. We need to run behind J.C. Latham and Pete Skoronski, and Tony Pollard needs to get off a little bit. And we need to hold on to the dang ball, Chig, and the boys. Come on, man. Give me a break. But I'm rolling with the boys. And can I have a couple seconds to talk?
Let me lead you into it, because this is going to be one thing that we have to pay attention to, because the Titans gave up 262 punt and kickoff return yards. And Anthony Gould, just last week, 3 for 109, averaged 27.3. He's a dangerous punt returner.
Here's the deal, man.
What you got?
I will say this. Everybody knows we are not a great football team. And personally, I have a Titans Super Bowl bet that's for sale if anyone wants to buy it. I mean, it's for sale. But so we got a tough situation from the top to bottom with the roster, with everything else. But I'm going to say this about my boy, Colt Anderson, and that is he's full of crap. He stands behind the mic and he takes it on the chin. And we had PK grilling him yesterday, and he would say, hey, it starts with me. Effort's never been an issue, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to say this for my boy. Effort was a massive issue. And guys on the coverage team yesterday, I broke down all 3 of those returns over and over.
You could see it on the
Dude,
phone.
I will say this. A grown man has your jersey and is blocking you with leverage to a certain direction. Your entire job as a coverage man is to get off blocks. Yeah. You're not a magnet, dude.
Yeah.
At the point of attack on that kick return is the first one I'll talk about. The kick return, there's 2 double teams, dude. Those guys are eliminated. But 2 double teams means somebody else is unblocked or somebody else needs to fill the backside hole there and make that play. There are guys that are getting blocked and staying blocked, dude. That is an effort situation, dude. That is an effort problem.
I love what you said there because Philip Fulmer, I don't know why I remember him saying this, but he had a quote. He said, "It's not a sin to get blocked. It's a sin to stay blocked."
Go watch those 3 returns. Now, I'm going to tell you this much. Khalif Raymond on the first punt return, the one that he didn't take to the house, that was an individual effort that was absolutely sick. That looked like shades of a guy that just got a gold jacket this offseason.
Right,
I mean, he made the first guy miss and got vertical. That's a little bit harder play for a guy on skates. Made a great play. What can you do? Whatever. But the punt return for a touchdown, go watch that thing. Dudes are getting blocked, and backside guys are not coming across and making the play. I just don't understand. I'm telling you, when you have your whole job is to is a one-on-one block is to get off, get this dude's hands off you, reverse, cut it, get across his face, and put him on your back and make a play. Everybody's getting blocked, dude. So I think I'm not making excuses. There are no excuses to be made. You go in and get beat by 4 touchdowns or whatever. There's not excuses. And there's a bunch of grown dudes in that locker room and that coaching staff that can take it on the chin all they want and say the right things. But I'll tell you, from the perspective of individual player performances going down there, if you're on that coverage team, you ought to take that real personal. Yeah. You ought to take that real personal because it was a bad film study. I mean, there are guys that are absolutely magnets for getting blocked, and it's very ugly to watch.
Coming from a special teams Pro Bowler, Mark Mariani, thank you for that. When we come back, the blood in the water pick from Mariani. We've got Slay Dog's going to give you the Kentucky-Tennessee score, and Slaysternomus.
I will.
And we got the Parsley, too. All that coming up next. Stay tuned, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. If your family is obsessed with Wicked, you're probably wondering how much streaming and memeing your internet can handle at your kid's next Wicked-themed sleepover. Well, Xfinity Internet, powerful enough to handle hundreds of devices so you can get a magical connection with fast speeds and amazing flying power, even when everyone is online at the sleepover. With Wi-Fi that is truly thrill-ifying, one might even say Xfinity engineers are secretly wizards themselves. Now through December 22nd, get thrill-fyingly fast 150 megabit Xfinity Internet for just $35 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and free Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com to learn more and keep the magic going from your screen to the big screen and see Wicked. Only in theaters November 22nd. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees are extra. After the promotion, regular rates apply. Currently $66 a month. Actual speeds vary.
You don't have to get in a long line. No, you can beat the line. All you got to do is just call. Yeah, call Cove Generators and get that generator. Get it loaded up because one thing that's not going to stand in line is that weather. When it comes through, wind blowing, knocking out power, well, you got trouble on your hands. And if you can get to it, this is your opportunity to go get you a nice Cove generator and let them do the work for you, man. Any kind of generator, though. Any brand, they'll do the work for you. You just got to get on over there and get you a Generac home standby generator from Cove Generators. Now, this is the time to protect your home. Cove Generators is ready to take care of you. They are your premier Generac home standby generator dealer in Tennessee. So don't let Mother Nature knock you off the grid. Call Cove Generators today. Generac automatic standby generators of any brand, like I said, that you own. Visit CoveGenerators.com. That's COVE generators.com, 931-559-3311. Never lose power again. Stay connected through it all.
I played the wrong one.
Zeph's having a Friday.
No, I'm okay.
Give us the real.
Give us the real deal.
Yeah.
Like ain't nothing wrong.
He played the wrong one. It's
My
okay.
bad.
Hey, accountability.
Yeah, that's cool.
He knows.
You right. Give us the right one. That's all.
I ain't gonna find
time
the
to be
right
clutch.
one.
Oh,
Get time to hey, that's time to be clutch. Let me go find the right
You
one.
want to do a parlay?
Yeah,
while
give
he's
me
doing this?
give me a parlay while we're doing this. And tell them, bring me my money. Simple. Bring me my money.
What you got this week, Big Slade Dog?
Hey, man, I'm telling them I'm going to get just straight into this, right? Hey, Coach Bowers, what's up?
Ricky Bowers.
Yeah.
What up, Coach?
All right.
Squirrel.
This is for tonight. Yeah, he called me. So that big squirrel. Hey. This is tonight. 4-leg parlay. This is going to get you some money to go into the weekend and have a little fun right now. UConn and Georgia State. Take UConn money line. South Florida at Florida Atlantic. Take South Florida. Money line. San Diego State at Boise State. Your guy, Genty. I took it down about 2 points. I took it down a point. I took Boise State minus 20.5 on that one. And then to wrap it all up, who's been on a heater this week? The CBJs, baby.
Oh, CBJs.
Add hockey in there and take a money line. They got a money line plus 134. They been on a heater. So I'm riding with the CBJs, Columbus Blue Jackets.
Columbus Blue Jackets?
I'm talking about
this has turned into a thing. This has turned into a thing. So he I was like, what you got tonight? It was on the day where all four major sports played in the same day. So I'm like, well, who's your hockey bet? And he goes, who are the CBJs? I bet them. I'm like, Columbus Blue Jackets?
Oh, my gosh.
And so he won, not even knowing who they were.
Yeah.
So they've turned into the CBJs. He bet them again, won again.
Oh, my gosh.
And guess what? They're at home again.
That's,
give them some more money.
That's the fighting Kirk Herbstreit.
I was about to be like, CBJs, what in the living? I mean,
so
God,
UConn
that is straight a pull.
UConn money line, South Florida money line.
Yep.
Boise State minus 20.5.
20.5, yep.
And CBJ's.
CBJ's money line.
Money line.
You can go with your plus 1.5, but I'm telling you, they're going to win money line.
Slade's got a score coming. Blood in the water coming.
Oh, they're just handing money out.
It's amazing what we do for the people with the show. Remember, bet responsibly. We're having fun with this.
And also betting irresponsibly. I mean, responsibly.
Yeah, irresponsibly.
Does this fire anybody out?
Guaranteed this is going to get played.
What?
During dark mode, night game.
It got played against Florida and nobody heard it. That's how loud it was in there.
You texted me that, and I was like, oh, it sounded great on television.
We could not hear it in the stadium.
Oh, man, when they were backed up on that goal line.
Yeah.
And they played it on the TV.
No, we couldn't hear it.
I'm fired up right now.
We couldn't hear it. I'm telling you.
This is sick.
All right, Slade Dog. Tennessee and Kentucky. Tennessee is 36-3 in the last 39 games in this matchup. Kentucky has lost 10 of its last 12 SEC games. Tennessee is 17-1 at home in their last 18. Where are you going?
I'm going right up on Rocky Top. The little kitty cats are lost. They looking for Kroger, but it ain't one up there. We got the Food City Center back there by Thompson Bowling Arena, and we got to carry them over. Take your bags of groceries, take them to Neyland, and let's have a feast. Kitty cats, you can't do nothing but sit and watch. We got a little box right there behind your bench. You sit in that, and don't you move, because if you come out here, you're going to have a problem. Big dogs are roaming, and the offensive big dogs will be out there. I always talk about the defense, but Cooper Mays, yeah, buddy. Spraggins, yeah, buddy. Campbell, yeah, buddy. Lance Hurd, yeah, buddy. Hit them in the mouth. You heard moonshine. Pour it down their throat, make them like it, and then run it up 41-7. 41-7. Book it.
Wow.
Because what?
Because that's all we know. Let's go.
You ready, Moonshine? Blood in the water. He's won 5 out of his last 6.
Yeah. Let's go, baby.
He's at plus what?
4
468. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey,
468.
There's nothing more tasty than a home dog in a big game. And where we talking about? We talking about Happy Valley, baby.
Ooh.
James Franklin, Drew Aller. You know what they said?
What they say?
We don't want those 3 points, baby.
What they say?
Hammer that money
What they
line.
say?
Will Howard is going to get a taste of the business in Happy Valley. And here's what's going to happen.
Talk to
Those
us.
rowdy fans over there are going to absolutely create a ruckus for Will Howard, and that D-line is going to swallow him alive, bro. Alive. This may be a 10-9 game.
I like it.
Ladies and gents, but I'm telling you right now, James Franklin had coffee with him this morning. No, I didn't. Don't check me. I said, hey, bro, they're giving you 3 points at home. What? And you know what he told me?
What did he tell you?
What did he tell you?
We don't want him, baby.
Is that what he
Give
told
him
you?
the money line. Let's go, Penn State.
You know how good that is? On my 8-leg parlay, you know what I got? The only one bet I bet on there. Moneyline, Penn State.
I've been thinking
Let's go
about that
get it,
game
Sam.
all week, and this morning I decided to go Penn State. I'm right there with you.
Run it up, baby.
I
Run it up.
absolutely love this.
135. At home, give me a break now. Give me a break. A neutral site or Ohio State, I might be feeling differently, but at home, the Nittany Lions in Happy Valley,
It's about time for him.
hammer that money line,
About time
baby.
for him.
Plus 135.
I got it
Penn.
at plus 136.
Oh, stealing, baby. All those little George Washingtons add up.
The state pen gets it done. All right. We appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate the participation. Thank you for including us in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great weekend. We will reconvene on Monday. Good night. Have a great night. God bless.
See you. Wouldn't want to be you unless you're Trailenberg, Tajay Spears, or any kitty cat that's lost and you ain't got a collar. You should have stayed at Buck Rising's house.
Go Vols.